Yo, what's up, my gamers in Christ? How are we doing today? How are we doing? Turn down the music a little bit. Just a hair, just a hair. That's front mission 4. So, unfortunately, Jacob Lizzo is not as cool as I thought because he does indeed copyright claim. Now, that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that because I like video game soundtracks better anyways. But, you know, I thought I'd be able to get some cool vibes in here. But unfortunately, a lot of people like their intellectual property, which is totally understandable. But what's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I woke up about like around 7:50, realized my stream was about to start, freaked out, couldn't find my pills for about 5 minutes, realized my pills were in the exact place I left them, and now we're here. Now we're here. So it's been a hectic morning to say the least, but I am so glad to see you guys, so glad to be here with you and to be talking politics. Well, today's a little different because we'll be ending the war that had been started on the content front. We're going to be ending it. Oh, hold on. Speaking of, let me send out my at everyone real quick. But we are going to be finishing up finally our Snark War piece. And hopefully, it's not too long so we can actually talk about some news. But I did want to finish this so we can get back to our regularly scheduled program. How are you guys liking the thumbnail, by the way? I was stoned, just feeling what would be the best thing here, and I felt that was silly. But that's about it. That's about it. That's the program we got today. So without further ado, let's get to our gaming time segment here. And then let me bring up the browser for you guys. Yeah, so it turns out the reason I hadn't had good visibility, it turns out the reason for that was I was I was getting copyright claims, and that is so not good for your channel. Now, it doesn't completely get rid of visibility and stuff like that, but it does limit it. So for example, if you lived in I think one of them was France, if you're French, you weren't seeing my videos. If it was if you lived in Germany, good fucking luck. So hopefully we got that. Sorry, you guys are seeing something we might not get to today, but Ukraine said it hit a fuel pipeline near Moscow that is vital, a key vital point. So that might be good to get into and talk about. But again, the main focus of the day is Cool World Dumb Mind and her incredibly well researched, extremely well researched video. I'm getting chat, by the way, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. I am getting chat up and ready to go. Let's pop out and show it to him real quick. Hey, you caught the stream live, Savage. Good to see you. Good to see you. I am glad you are here. It's been a while since I saw you in stream chat, so I really am glad to see you here, dog. I was getting the stream chat for you. God, I haven't even eaten yet, and I'm kinda hungry, but we'll eat after the stream. Ah, sorry guys. All right, here we go. Getting chat ready and rolling for you guys. Look at that. You can now see your beautiful names. But I was I'll give you guys some status updates on what I was doing yesterday. Yesterday I was being a little silly goose in her comment section. I was being a bit of a silly goose. If you guys look in the comment section of this video, let's see if I can even see it. I was being a bit of a silly goose. But it looks like there's been so much that you can't really see it, but yeah, that's what I've been up to. Sorry, again, you can tell the pills have not hit yet. But I watched this and her stream afterwards to explain herself. It was awful. She dug herself even deeper. It's a shame because I really liked her for years and years because of her war waged against MLMs. Um, I didn't know she waged a war against MLMs. I mean, that's super cool. And that's great. And I saw bits of that stream. And this is what happens when you make a hit piece that isn't received well. It becomes this, you know. I don't have much sympathy personally. I was never a fan of hers, and I don't know. If I just put myself in like Ethan's position, and I see somebody make a video like this, well, I don't know. You wouldn't be getting much leeway from me personally, but everybody's different. Everybody's different, especially the pedophilia accusation. That was uncalled for and just really gross. But, so I don't have any sympathy. Oh well, I feel kind of I try to have empathy and sympathy in these situations, but I just how do you make a 3-hour video shitting on someone and not expect any hate? I don't know. And it's not like I think I'm one of the only people actually like going over the entire video and stuff like that. So at least like I don't think I haven't personally seen any like creators go over this video. It's probably just not even in my feed. There probably are people, but um I don't know where I was going with that, but let's continue.
Junction with the Israel-Palestine conflict. I think most people who use the phrase Free Palestine are advocating for the right of Palestine and are not against a group of people, but also words are powerful.
They stand by.
Oh yeah, Savage. That was the crazy one. I just yeah. Uh or not Savage Bill. Again, just took my pills freshly off the pill swallowing. Bill Clockwell at Savage. It's crazy that she's apologizing to Hassan and BE and claiming H3 created bots that gave her attention somehow. That is insane, right? Like, I hate when they just blame bots because, for one, like, what do you even have to go through for that process? You know what I mean? I don't know what you would have to go through to fucking hire like a whole team of bot. Like, I know it's possible, obviously, with Russia and China. They have bots up the wazoo. But for like your average I just don't know how easy it is. But maybe there's something I'm missing.
Like just waiting for any reason to call me, and by the way, call me a Zionist, make it about how I support genocide, about all this horrible fucking shit, to call me racist.
Since the word Zionist is likely and has come up alongside Ethan Klein, I thought I would define it here so you at least know.
Oh, great. We get her definition of Zionist. We get a non-Jewish person's definition of Zionist. Oh, great. Please tell me. Please opine to me about the definition of Zionism. I'm excited, guys. Bust out your notebooks. Start taking notes. Also illuminates. So was a sham YouTuber that also went after pyramid schemes. Is there a pattern here, I wonder? I know, Illuminati! Dude, you never want to come up in a conversation about Illuminati. You know what I mean? Yeah, that Illuminati situation was crazy. She just straight up stole, like, swaths of articles. It's I always give credit. By the way, I'm plugging my phone in, so sorry about that, but I always give credit where credit is due. I read articles and I shout them out because I believe in journalism. But from what she was doing, she was just not even giving credit. And by the way, I am talking about Illuminati, not Cool World Dumb Mind. I just want to make that apparent. I am talking about Illuminati, Cool World Dumb Mind. While I do think the H3 Snark probably has some evidence for plagiarism, something tells me they're not the litigious type.
Zionism is an ethno-cultural nationalist movement that emerged in the late 19th century Europe, seeking to establish and support a Jewish homeland through the colonization of Palestine.
You think you see what your definition of Zionism is? Zionism is the belief that Jewish people should have their own homeland. That's all it means.
Exactly. No. That's what that's what Zionism means to a large swath of Jewish people. And it's what Ethan said, that the Jewish people deserve a homeland. It's so gross that they carve out Palestine. Which nationalism? Mm-hmm.
Wanted to create a Jewish state in Palestine with as much land and as many Jews and as few Palestinian Arabs as possible.
There's like a whole.
Well, here's the thing, dude. It means different things to different people, which is why I never use it. I think the definition, like using the word Zionist, is honestly just not even helpful to a conversation anymore, because it has such a wide and varied definition. So, it seems like she's trying to do a fucking own here, like, oh, well, look what it says on the Wikipedia page. He has no idea what he's talking about because it doesn't say the exact thing on the Wikipedia page. What an own. What an epic own.
Whole ass country there. And so if your analysis and your solutions doesn't include realistically engaging with that population, then you're not actually looking for solutions, because the alternative is that.
How is this cognitive dissonance? How is this fucking cognitive dissonance? What's good for the goose isn't good for the gander, head ass. Like, Jesus.
Everybody there.
So you could see how the term Zionist directly relates to the conflict. Yet often the term is related to a lot of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, which is what can make the term harmful. That being said, in 1975, the UN General Assembly passed Resolution 3379, which determined that Zionism is a form of racism and racial discrimination. In 1991, the resolution was replaced with UN General Assembly Resolution 46-86, after Israel declared that it would only participate in the Madrid Conference of 1991 if the resolution was revoked. Many of Ethan's avid followers and fans.
Oh, so it got revoked. That's the only reason, huh? That's the only reason it got revoked. Interesting. She doesn't know what words mean. She doesn't understand the definition of words, and that's unfortunate.
From him after October 7th, and the fallout with Hassan, not because of his ties to Israel, but his decreasing capacity to view the other side. The walls were closing in on him, his paranoia, and all of his.
What are you? Okay, here's something else that's fucking bullshit. Painting Ethan as anything else but pro-Palestinian. And I fucking mean that. This dude has, for half of his, like, you have those Reddit comments from years ago that show Ethan doesn't like the fact of how Israel is ran, and he doesn't like how the Israeli population treats the Palestinian people. To suggest anything else is fucking ridiculous, and he has made it very clear. Okay, something that these people do is they will. I'm just gonna let it continue because that's just so, they disregard what somebody said for a narrative. Ethan could literally tomorrow come out in full Palestinian garb. He could have a Palestinian on his show describe the war crimes, describe the hardship he's went through or she's went through, and they would still call him a Zionist and say he's just covering. By the way, I definitely want this over today. Yeah. Let me see. I thought it was... Oh, it's on 1.5. Yeah, I agree, Bill. I can't keep going with this.
With him, you were against him.
Listen, if you disagree with me, you're just not looking, or at least not in as place as I am. This is what I see happening. People, they want to fight the monster that is the Israeli government so bad. And so many people are, in fighting the monster, becoming the monster. You cannot trade one side for another.
It seems like Ethan's stances changed since October 7th. At first, much of Ethan's stances seemed to toe the line.
Challenge any of you to find one fucking clip of me defending the IDF and not supporting the Palestinian people. I mean, yeah, the amount of hate crimes is crazy. Now, there's a lot of Islamophobia too, right? And that's fucking disgusting equally.
Yes, and I hate to see Islamophobia rise as well.
He condemned the Israeli government for denying food and water to Gaza and accused Israel of genocide against Palestinians.
God.
I saw videos of Palestinian dads holding their...
You can tell what her fucking feed is.
Head, like 5-year-old daughter. As a father, it's even hard to talk about. This dude was holding his infant. It was like a year old.
This is such bullshit that she fucking is using this against him in a way, because that moment was personally very powerful for me, because it showed that somebody could be like human and be a podcaster and talk about things in a human way. That stood out to me and really affected me in a positive way. I know it's the sub, but it did. It really did.
He was like patting her on the back and saying like his final goodbye. I mean, he's holding her like she's alive, like he's just burping her or something.
He condemned Israel expansionism and Israel settlers, stating that West
Yeah,
Bank settlements are an
fuck you
abomination.
for just using that. Oh. And not he's a deceptive little Jew boy. That's what they say. Sorry, I see that clip and it really does, you know, every time I get emotional, you know, on stream, I remember that moment. I'm like, it's okay. We can be this. We can show our human side, you know.
He donated to the Palestinian Relief Fund.
You donated to the Palestinian Relief Fund as well.
You know, I got a lot of from Israelis for donating because they're like, oh, it's just gonna go to Hamas. You know, I looked into the charity you picked and it is really highly rated.
But Ethan, even then, often seemed confused why the way in which he mentioned Palestinian suffering didn't seem like enough for his audience. Essentially, of course, I can't speak for all people, but it seemed like Ethan would often mention what was happening in Palestine or disagree with some of Israel's politics, almost like a shield if people were criticizing Ela for her past in the IDF.
Who cares about this? How can we even care about this when there's people in Palestine or in Gaza or in West Bank, whatever, Palestinian thing? Listen, those are terrible. As I've stated a gajillion times, I've literally never said a single to the opposite. Again, you can care about two things at once, especially, by the way, when they're...
But apparently to these people, it has to be, you have to wear it like it's a badge of pride. It is...
purpose of trying to destroy Ela, life and reputation, for this mere fact that she's Israeli.
Ethan disagrees with some of Israel's actions like denying food and water to Gaza, but others who are doing the same are anti-Semitic.
He's not anti-Semitic. He's not. He's like taking one example in isolation, which is what we've done here. You're the one gave it to me.
Ethan's own employees notice this as well, becoming frustrated.
Excuse me, is that Sam Harris who said Hamas and what? Oh my God, I can't believe Hamas and I am blanking right now. Wow, this is horrible. Mandela's group. They said they were the same. This is the same person. I don't even know I forgot the group's name, and I still know how stupid that is.
Civilians are dying in Gaza.
Yeah, and it's always but. Civilians are dying but, and then there's a reason for justifying it, and I can't understand that.
You're saying that the civilians need to stop dying. I mean, essentially the war needs to stop.
And yeah, I mean,
that's the only way they stop dying, right?
I don't know what the solution is. I just wish there was another way to get these to target these terrorists better, where you're not getting all these kids caught in the crossfire.
I think ultimately it became confusing.
Yeah, exactly. Pause that exam of him saying anyone with Zionist sympathies is not fit to be a dog catcher. Like, that's so fucked up, dude. So I'm not fit to be a dog catcher, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that even within her framework, you know, I don't believe in the racism part. I don't believe in any of that. But within her framework of Israeli people only being there, you know, Israeli people being in the state of Palestine even, you know, I would even probably be considered, because I think that the Israeli people have built up their history there, and they have as much right, you know, the people born there have as much right as the Palestinian people, you know. And I would definitely, no shot, I would definitely be called a Zionist for that, and huge harassment campaign from BE would be dropping at any moment if I was bigger, but I don't care. This is just what I believe, and
so arranging for Ethan's audience to keep track of what exactly Ethan believed.
I'm not gonna moderate what I believe.
So he kind of gave up.
Look in the mirror, loser. You're the problem. You are the problem. Why are people mad at me? I want someone please to explain it. Explain why you're mad at me. It's really annoying that like people just they stand by like just waiting for any reason to call me. And by the way, call me a Zionist, make it about how I support genocide, got all this horrible fucking shit to call me racist.
In 2025, Ethan's tone completely shifted, and others have noticed.
Also, you know what else is fucking really silly of her? Like, this was right at the beginning. Right at the beginning. H3 Snark subreddit in the background. Oh yeah, that's where she got, that's her #1 research buddy. That's who she uses as her research buddy, you know? #1 research buddy.
Like in this quote in an article in Medium, which says, typically, when Ethan speaks positively of Palestinians in 2025, it's as if he's doing so begrudgingly. When someone mentions Palestinian suffering, Ethan frequently offers a response like,
what
yeah,
article is
positively
this?
of Palestinians in 2025,
Who fucking wrote this article?
And others
Hold on.
noticed. in this quote in an article in Medium, which says typically
Medium. Oh yes, Medium. Number one fucking well-regarded source, Medium. You guys know Medium,
Ethan speaks
right?
positively of Palestinians in 2025, it's as if he's doing so begrudgingly. When someone mentions Palestinian suffering, Ethan frequently offers a response like, yeah, it's tragic what's happening to them, man. Anyway, Hila, on the other hand, has made comments deemed even more insensitive, like calling toddlers terrorists.
Rudy was saying that Palestinians are taught at 2 years old to kill Americans.
And the Palestinians are
Oh my god, this clip. You know what's fucking really funny? You know what's really funny? She wasn't even responding to that. She clears up. She didn't even hear what he was saying when she says, yeah, watch.
at 2 years old.
That's pretty spicy.
Yeah. Do we have that one?
mean,
Oh my god! She went, I mean, and then she stopped. Now, that may look bad, right? She didn't say that. She just lied. But, you know, that may look bad until you realize that AB isn't right next to her. He's talking from across there. And she may have been thinking of programs like that one that is very here. Let me just Palestinian El Fasher, I think. No, El Fasher TV station. They always complain about not being able to hear AB. Exactly, dude. I'm trying to Farfour. Yes, there we go. Farfour. Yeah, so she was probably thinking of something like Farfour. Now, that's if you guys know anything about Farfour, then yeah, you know, it's a pretty bad channel, but I don't even think she's going from that direction. I think she just didn't hear AB. And just another example of saying something that sounds crazy at first, but then a little bit more context, and you're like, oh, okay, now I see what was happening with Hila's head bobbing. It's
And
What do you mean? I mean, so you agree? So you think 2-year-olds? I can't fathom how they still have a podcast, and I can't fathom how after all this time of people trying to awaken her to the truth, she still comfortably says things like this.
Many have criticized the guests Ethan has brought on to speak about
okay.
the Palestine.
Aye. Dude, I'm not gonna die on this hill because there's so many better hills to die on that my body would look cool on. But you should see some of the media that was being put out, dog. You should see some of the media.
Conflict, as they felt a bias on that front as well. And at times people have also felt when the H3 employees try to speak about the issue, they are misunderstood or silenced, particularly AB, who is Muslim.
I've never heard of another movement who can't have a slogan. So
God,
like,
okay. Stop saying you fucking care about AB, dude. Stop it. Literally stop it. You guys don't give a single fuck about AB, and it shows. I feel horrible for AB. AB does not deserve any of this. He is literally living the YouTuber dream, you know? He fucking made a video defending his favorite content creator, and then that content creator notices, brings him on, and they have a great time up until his religion just keeps being used against him, not by Ethan, but all these snarkheads. Don't pretend you give a single fuck about AB. Remember that they never said to donate to the GHF, only the WFP fund. Very true.
Muslim. I've always heard river to the sea. I've never understood it as a phrase that meant eliminate Israel. Now we're not. This is a good.
That is very true, by the way.
So now we have a slogan. Now we're not able to identify the enemy.
Remember,
now,
they didn't say the. Oh, God.
I'm being told that Zionist is being associated with Jewish. We can't have a slogan. We can't identify the enemy, and now we can't.
I'm sorry.
We can't
Again, I woke up like, you know, probably about an hour ago, so my meds are just starting to hit the brain, guys. You're starting to hear Medicated Cade finally come out. That's my name, by the way, guys. My name is Cade, in case you were wondering. It is not. That guy doesn't exist, although that is a cool name. That is a cool name, but my name is Cade, in case you guys are wondering.
That's another thing, too. You can't give aid because there's this fear that Hamas is going to take the aid. And either way, both sides don't agree on anything. Everyone has their own talking points, but we can all agree, at least for the most part, on the numbers, and that's what worries me, is because this is happening. I don't know what the proportional response is.
Can we agree on the numbers? Can we even agree on the numbers? Like, I don't agree. Like 67,000. That's what I see. That's what I see. That Cade does exist. Yeah, it doesn't quite run off the tongue. She's not going to show Loner's response to this, is she? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think I've seen Loner's response to this this here personally. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, never mind. Now I do.
I condemn Hamas, but whatever it is, it's not this.
Ethan has continually disagreed with creators for Palestine as well, and those involved have disagreed with Ethan, creating a creator-on-creator
Oh
battle over
my
something
god. Well, it's not their... Okay.
that's supposed to be a helpful cause, or at least trying to do something.
Ethan Klein went on his podcast yesterday and said this about Creators for Palestine.
Creators for Palestine raised $1.6 million. That's fantastic. Literally negligible. They've received billions of dollars. Like, raise money. That's good. That's the easiest thing you can do. Is just give money. Right?
Oh,
Good.
that's from the first time Loner was on. Okay, okay.
Enacting meaningful change.
It's not real activism. It didn't make a single difference in Gaza. He's lost his mind. It's crazy how much I used to look up to H3. They were the fathers of fair use, and now he's just sitting here crashing out for days on end.
So Ethan's...
No, they didn't do anything. What the fuck has Palestinian activism got? Are you joking? What the actual fuck has this activism got? I genuinely wonder. I genuinely wonder because, I mean, the war's still going on. The ceasefire is being non-stop disregarded. I don't think it's still in effect. You've made a large majority of Jews who would have been on your side completely jaded with the entire conflict, completely afraid to... was driving Mandela was president of the ANC. Okay, just had to make sure. Thank you for letting me know. My bad. I thought it was the ANC, but you know, I couldn't think of the exact abbreviation. You know what I mean? He said to the Arab to the river to the sea was from water to water Palestine will be Arab.
Constant self-pity, claiming he's being attacked online while having little pity for those who are being literally wiped off the earth, well, started to look ridiculous. The stark contrast
yeah,
between...
let me just finish with my thought there. You know, what this has gotten has made a large majority of Jews who would have been pro-Palestine very jaded because they don't want to associate with that crowd. It's made liberals like me who were totally down with you know, using pro-Palestinian language, advocating for a Palestinian state, all of that. It's made people like me not, I mean, completely jaded to the point where I don't even want to talk about Middle Eastern politics on my stream. You know what I mean? Like, because I know how fucking tense it is and how I will be eviscerated if I say one thing wrong. Even though I am, in the end of the day, advocating for something, they would still rather me be 100% right than the Palestinian people having a meal at night. And I truly believe that. Shane Mandela never became president of South Africa, died and in jail, and apartheid never ended. Yeah, I know, right? Like, God, it just sucks. If only. What else has it done? What else has the Palestinian cause got for the people of Gaza? Let's think about what it's gotten for the people of Gaza. Nothing. Not a single thing. I'll remember this. You know, I'm going to remember this point in time when things get back to normal. I'll remember who fucking so easily told the officers where their Jewish friends were. You know what I mean? I'll remember that shit, dude. You guys may think, oh, that's a little, you know, out there. No. I mean, these are the same people. These are really the same people.
things happening at the same time was hard for a lot of H3 fans to see and justify, and this was when a lot of fans started to disengage from Ethan Klein. Unfortunately, unable to see the reasons for why, this only fueled Ethan's victim complex and fears of anti-Semitism, not realizing that it was a lack of empathy and compassion while expecting others to hold an endless well of empathy and compassion for himself that became draining for many. Alongside Ethan's inability to listen to his audience or really just form a strong opinion and stance that he was able to stand by, he began making further insensitive comments and reactions, like when he made fun of the man who was burning alive.
Again, not put this on people, he's a champ, that's burning alive. I mean, that sounds bad, but he did it really good. Does that sound bad? And what I said was, he's really good at...
Womp womp. Yeah, you did a great job burning alive. I'll take the bullet. I'll fucking take that bullet. Yeah, I did a great job. Didn't do anything. Like, why... You know what? If we're not gonna pearl clutch, if we're gonna be insensitive when we're talking about Jewish people, well, then we can be insensitive in that way. Yeah, I did a great job burning alive.
Burning alive. And I mean that as the most sincere compliment possible. If you're coming at me with those kinds of takes...
It did nothing. His death did absolutely nothing. Who remembers his name, by the way? It was nice of that to name the festival after him, right? Who, I don't remember it. Was it... I mean, I know who he's talking about, but, I don't remember his name. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't do anything, in my opinion. It really didn't. And that's just like... Because it's an ineffective form. In America, that's like one of the most ineffective forms of protest. People are gonna forget like instantly. You have to think of like actual ways to protest that'll get to people, and that will actually... I remember his name, Aaron Bushnell. That's who I thought, and I was gonna say it, but I don't think like... I don't know. Those types of people that do stuff like all of that, they do it for reasons that are not exactly... I gotta be careful with what I say here.
You are ensuring peace will never happen.
The mask began slipping, it seems. The old Ethan, whose audience forgot existed in the first place, was making a return.
Wow, Ethan, great move.
Oh my, we're going over QT Cinderella? This is one of the most faux outrages I've ever seen. It's fake, dude. This is a fake outrage.
On January 30th, 2023, a clip exposing popular Twitch streamer Atrioc quickly spread across the internet. In the clip, Atrioc inadvertently showed a browser window, which was open to a website that hosts non-consensual AI-generated images. The window showed that Atrioc was viewing images on the account of someone who specialized in making deepfakes of popular female streamers. Viewers of the stream noticed the leak and screenshotted the site, then shared the site, images from it, and names of the women who were deepfaked. Deepfaking websites make it easy for anyone to create highly realistic but fake content. This has a range of implications, from spreading misinformation to damaging someone's reputation with fabricated content. A few hours after the clip went viral, Atrioc appeared on stream with his partner Ariana to address the situation.
Everyone here probably knows what's going on. I want to say, first of all, that it's true. It's 100% true. I looked at a deepfake video of streamers.
Cutie Cinderella was one of the women who was deepfaked, and she responded to the situation on Twitter or X, writing, "I want to scream. Stop. Everybody effing stop. Stop. Stop spreading it. Stop advertising it. Stop. Being seen against her will should not be a part of this job." Hours after Atrioc's apology, Cutie Cinderella...
Wait, she got the website wrong? No way. Was it...
fabricated content. A few hours after the clip went... Viewers of the stream exposing popular Twitch streamer Atrioc...
This isn't the website? Deepfakes, Mr. Deepfakes? That's not the website?
Across the internet.
That would be really embarrassing. Here, we can do some investigative research. Atrioc deepfake website. Don't. Oh my god, no way. How do you get that wrong? It's not the deepfake. Oh my god, she is so dumb. You are so dumb. You're dumb, dude. Fucking cool world dumb mind. The disgusting thing about Atrioc was that he was on some niche. Yeah. Well, I just think it's gross because those are people you interact with every day and you're beating it to that. Fuck that, dude. I don't know. Maybe we should start castrating all YouTubers. I'll go first. You know what? If I have to be the that was custom fakes. Yeah, we looked it up. It's Bav fakes, not Mr. Deepfake. But yeah, these are people he interacts with. But if you know, we have to castrate all YouTubers I'll be first, okay? I will be the worthy sacrifice. I will become a I will become non-existent. No gender here. No, not even no sex here. So he paid them for them to make it. Yeah. That's something else we should make apparent. The reason why this is so such a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, on why she messed that up is because it actually makes Atrioc look a little less bad if he was just going to that website. No, the website that he was going to, Bad Fakes, did custom deep fakes for people that you could request. That's why it was so bad. That way you keep your soft Shirley tenure. Exactly. But, you know, I mean, we've had a lot of scandals that relate to sexually based actions in the YouTube, Twitch, content creator sphere. Let's just, you know what? If we're having all these issues, let's just sew it up and cut it off. You know what I'm saying? That is very, it's very gross.
Content. This has a range of implications, from spreading misinformation to damaging someone's reputation with fabricated content. A few hours after the clip went viral, Atrioc appeared on screen with his partner Ariana to address the situation.
Everyone here probably knows what's going on. I want to say, first of all, that it's true. It's 100% true. I looked at a deep fake video of streamers.
Cutie Cinderella was one of the women who was deepfaked, and she responded to the situation on Twitter or X, writing, "I want to scream. Stop. Everybody effing stop. Stop. Stop spreading it. Stop advertising it. Stop. Being seen naked against your will should not be a part of this job." Hours after Atrioc's apology, Cutie Cinderella went live on her Twitch channel. She addressed the situation, opening up about the negative emotional impact the site was taking on her mental health, before vowing to sue the founder of the deepfake website. Ethan reacted to Cutie's statement about the website.
Chestnuts dropping on an open pan. Yeah, growth nipping at your nose.
Episode of the HD podcast. During the stream, Ethan told Zach, one of his crew members, to play a slowed down version of Nat King Cole's Christmas song. When this song played, it caused Ethan to burst into laughter during QT's emotional stream.
Why? Why? What is going on with you?
Sorry, don't mind me.
God, and this is also something that I'm like, I could. What's the outrage here again? That he laughed, right? He laughed when he played Chestnuts. Dude, there are so many worse things that people are doing online right now. Like, I just, this controversy kind of bewildered me. It was the Anouk cover, not, wait a minute. She's just like, I'm trying to catch the highlights, but she keeps fucking up, like, the most basic shit that it just kind of goes over my head. I'm glad I have chat here to help me, because did she actually just say J. Cole?
I want to scream. Stop. Everybody effing stop. Stop. Stop spreading it. Stop advertising it. Stop. Being seen naked against your will should not be a part of this job. Hours after Atrioc's apology, Cutie Cinderella went live on her Twitch channel. She addressed the situation, opening up about the negative emotional impact the site was taking on her mental health, before vowing to sue the founder of the deepfake website. Ethan reacted to Cutie's statement about the website during an episode of the HD podcast. During the stream, Ethan told Zach, one of his crew members, to play a slowed down version of Nat King Cole's Christmas song. When this song
oh my god, dude! She didn't know it was a Nook. Hold on, we gotta get a lie counter. You know what? I told you guys yesterday in the comment section. I said I'm making a game of your lies, and so let's do a lie counter. Lies told by Cool World Dumb Mind. All right, guys. Let me, I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Alright, here we go. We'll make a list. So what has she lied about so far, guys? Ethan's positions. Here, we'll just do an actual number. We'll do an actual number real quick. And we can retroactively add some lies, but I kind of would like to, you know, if she lies 5 times, I will, if she lies more than 5 times, what would be a fun little thing for you that you guys would like me to do? I can do something. I can prank, I could prank call one of my representatives if we get to 5 lies. How does that sound? Would you guys like that if I prank called one of my reps? That would be kind of fun. Just have to be there. I like that idea. I could like call one of my representatives. She made it seem like Sam and Ethan were debating over aid, not anti-Semitism, of the dog catcher statement. True, true. 5 is too little. You're right. 10. We'll keep it at 10. So we've got 1 with that. Depends on who your rep is. A piece of shit. His name is Tracy Mann, and he is one of the most partisan hacks in the entire House of Representatives. Alright, so that's 1 lie. We got another lie here with the Nook, not giving my boy a Nook credit. Just don't make it so you're traceable. Oh, I gotta be honest, I don't even care if they trace me. They can trace me. That'll raise my my status now. I'm not too concerned about Tracy. He is a wet towel of a representative. Traceable. Hey. Alright, I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna say she's lied 5 times. We're starting at a base of 5. Okay. I'm sure if I went back in the video, I could do even more. They could dox you in the future. That's true. Alright, yeah, I'll make it untraceable. I have, like, I have apps for that and stuff, but, you know, usually I'm much more, I like to be open and honest about who, you know, nothing to hide here, as they say. But, let's go with 5. We're gonna go with 5 lies. That's what I'm thinking. Is a good base. If I was being fair, if I went back and did this entire video, it would be way bigger than that. Okay? Way more. I'm talking in the double digits at this point. Probably in the 20s. I'm not even lying. Like, this is a slop video. But I'm gonna give her 5. Don't make a prank. Actually, it would be funny to me if you make an actual call about the government shutdown and Snap. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, the Snap, dude, the way Donald Trump is treating the Snap program, he's treating it like it's his own like it's his own machine that he can just turn off and turn on whenever. It's supposed to be a constant supply of aid and funds. Because if you're not getting that, like, he's okay with letting millions of Americans starve. Just totally okay with it. Honestly, if we wanted someone to really blame on this shutdown, besides Trump's partisanry, it's Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson is the one standing in the way of getting rid of the Philly. Mike Johnson is the one who is constantly dragging his feet on these negotiations. You know, we knew Donald Trump wouldn't be bipartisan. But I did expect more from Mike Johnson, to be honest. He's just showed himself to be an absolute coward. So yeah, we can do that. 10 lies. And we'll call our representative, tell him all sorts of fun stuff. Also, Snap is a byproduct of subsidizing farmers often. Yeah. It's a great system we have. I don't know where the Republican, like, what is the Republicans' fucking solution to Snap? You know, what is their solution to all these things? They don't have one. They only run. There's an hour left. Maybe do maybe do 15. True. We'll do 15. I like Bill's standpoint. All right, we're starting now. Let's see.
It caused Ethan to burst into laughter during QT's emotional stream.
Why? Why?
Oh yeah, private charities. You're right. Private charities. That is their solution, isn't it?
What is going on with you?
Sorry, don't mind me.
If you were able to look at women who are not selling themselves or benefiting off of being sexually.
You're a monster, dude.
Angry Sam. Get ready for Angry Sam.
I'm just speechless, dude.
Ethan was met with immediate
Oh,
criticism from
she
his own
didn't
crew,
even
including
show
Sam, who was
Angry
visibly upset. After a
Sam.
moment
Oh my god, why didn't she show Angry Sam?
passed, he apologized for laughing and claimed that he supported QT amid the ongoing situation. Still, the clip went viral on social media, prompting Ethan to issue a full apology to QT Cinderella.
It's weird. Like, I don't know why. Like, obviously, there's something a little bit off about me, right? Because I always find myself in these situations where I am doing and saying impulsive things that I regret.
Ethan wrapped up his apology by offering to get
I
QT
know. She cut out the best bit of Sam looking just absolutely pissed.
contact with his own legal counsel.
If she needs resources, I would love to donate. Even if she's open to that, to fund this kind of thing. I strongly believe that this whole deepfake thing is like super insane.
Recently, QT has come under fire for controversial statements made in a stream where she essentially, paraphrasing here, said that it's okay to be friends with people who have very blatantly bad views and bad takes. Her general phrase throughout the stream being, you can't fight hate with hate, which is generally not always a bad take, but not everyone is in the position to do so or to be around hateful people.
You guys can believe what you want to believe, I understand, but you're not allowed to coach me.
Dude, this whole thing was just goes to show that this crowd does not know what they're talking about and has no actual political ambition, and just want to make a mess and shit and cry all day. This is the obvious position of anybody who has ever done bridge building politics. This is a core sentiment. So these people have no fucking want to actually gain any political power. All they want to do is just cry about shit. Not everyone in this position. Cuts to her saying, "You guys can do what you want."
Important to get people to love other people is to love them. Fighting hate with hate will never get anything anywhere. It's like telling someone they suck.
Who
because they're
is
racist,
this
and
dude, by the
these are so
way? Who's this oddball?
different terms. Like, racist people telling someone they suck because of skin color is obviously worse. But like, all we're doing is telling people they suck. Why are we like, come on, gotta figure this out.
QT making this statement was because she was under fire for streaming with someone who was transphobic. QT claims that she's friends with this streamer because she's helping them.
I simply believe that I can coach people into love, and I know that's fucking insane of me to say.
To me, I fail to see this logic, or at least I see the other side, that possibly this streamer could be helping QT's career. Numerically, numbers-wise, engagement-wise, QT also offers anecdotes of her stepbrother who's trans and does not talk to her father because her father refuses to use the correct pronouns. But yet, QT still talks to her father. They hang out together and have a relationship.
My step.
Wow, that's so horrible. That's so horrible. That is just the worst. What do you want her to do? Cut out her fucking family?
My stepbrother is trans,
Okay.
and my dad refuses
Come
to use the
on.
correct pronouns. He doesn't understand why it's so important, right? And it drives me
We
crazy.
got it. We
And it
do
drives
have to
my
get
stepbrother
through
crazy. Of
this,
course. You know the
so
difference is I'm able to have this
I'm gonna
conversation with my
let
dad
it
because I'm
just
open-minded and love each
go.
other. My stepbrother just says fuck off and won't talk to my dad. So there's no progress being made. I don't support it, but I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
I had a sibling who passed away, so maybe that makes this a little bit too emotional for me. But if my sibling was trans and stopped speaking to a member of my family because that member was being transphobic, I in turn would stop speaking to that family member as well. It's hard for me
Fuck
to see.
you. Fuck you. You would abandon. Fuck you. You realize that the only way that your family member is going to become more accepting is by exposure, right? Is by exposing them. So what you're doing is you're saying, oh no, this relationship that you want to have with your parents and your father, it's dead. You have no hope of your parents ever gaining acceptance of you, so I'm just not going to talk to them, and neither should you. Especially from the way she made it sound, it doesn't sound like her father is actively like just being just the most horrible person. It sounds like they're not using their proper pronouns, which, in my opinion, is bad, and you shouldn't do that. But I've met plenty of people who that was their stance at first, but after being exposed to somebody who's trans, after talking to people who are trans, after getting to know them and, kind of reintroducing yourself to this person, most of the time they become okay with using their preferred pronouns. Over time, it's not an instant thing, and I can understand that, and I give people that grace. I understand that they are not going to become resist libs overnight. But if I can get them to have a conversation with the person, if I can get them to go out on an event with them, or if the person can, that will, in its small way, go towards the recognition of their gender. And that is a huge thing, them recognizing their gender. And it's very important. I agree on that aspect. But to cut somebody out of your life is just childish, and it shows that they don't want to actually bring any progress on that side. Truly. Now, I'm not saying if your family is extremely bigoted and they're calling you the T word and they are being extremely fucked up towards you, that's unexcusable. That's just unexcusable, and you don't need their approval, you know? They have already made the decision to be a horrible individual towards you, and so you don't. But if it's like your dad who isn't using your pronouns, they still talk and stuff like that, or you know, they still talk to your sister and stuff like that, then no, don't cut them out of your life. Try to work on them, work with them. I understand that this is privilege. I'm not trans myself, so I don't know the struggles, but just from what I've heard, I've, you know, dated many trans individuals and I'm friends with many trans individuals, and this is what they say, you know, they're not expecting someone to just overnight come out, but with progress, they understand that will happen. It's like these people, I mean that, they are unserious when they talk about their politics. Unserious.
Another perspective on that, personally speaking. Not that I'm always the perfect family member. I'm terrible at responding to text messages and calls. Judy's controversy doesn't have much to do with Ethan Klein because, of course, Ethan Klein wasn't involved. But she said something very
You
controversial.
know how Trisha cut out the transphobe loving MAGA parents. Oh, wait. Yeah, I know. Yeah, right.
Ethan Klein has also been known to do. This raises the question, does being online too much, having a group of yes men who are following you, or yes people, start to erode your reality testing? Maybe large social media followings can, at times, overall, be bad for someone's mental health. After the incident with Cutie Cinderella, the crew purchased a button, which allows Ethan or the producer Dan to have the podcast live stream on a 30-second delay. So they can erase
This is so stupid. I think the button is a genius fucking idea, dude. I wish I had a button. Remember yesterday when I accidentally called Trisha the B word and I felt super bad about it? I would have buttoned that. What does that fucking add to the stream? What does that fucking do? It just makes me look like a douchebag. You know, it just gives the clip chimpers everything they need. Like, I would love a button. Buttons are genius. They're genius, dude. Very smart.
the last 30 seconds of footage from the live stream before it airs.
By the way, I haven't seen him use the button in probably months.
Is to prevent future YouTube content strikes or predominantly any further backlash. But the question is, if your content is getting to the point where you need to purchase a button to delete the controversial things you say, should you maybe admit you have a problem, pause, take a breather, a mental health break? No? Oh, okay. Instead, Ethan kept going.
You know, it's so funny because like every broadcasting network has a button. It's not just for that, ma'am. It's also so personal info doesn't get leaked. It's also so they don't expose any sensitive items. Like this is so fake.
Further and further off the rails. Wow, Ethan, great move. Keep it up. The button is
Oh,
a raw
whoa! Chip Chimps love buttons because they can pretend he said whatever they want in the laps. Yeah, I know. They're actually secretly the #1 fans of the button.
Two-brand kill switch that keeps the podcast live stream on a 30-second delay, allowing for the crew to erase the last 30 seconds of footage in real time.
So here's the button. You've got a video and you've got an audio. We're hitting both.
By the way, she is so lazy. This is from iDubbbz's video. You guys know iDubbbz, right? The classic fucking YouTuber who just kills it.
Yes, please, I want
The button cost $20,000 and was purchased in March of 2023. It can be used by Ethan and producer Dan, as mentioned. Every time the button is hit, various submitted fan art and animations are played for 30 seconds. The button has been used numerous times, and Ethan's claimed it's improved his ability to discern things that he should be careful saying. If you're curious what it looks like when the button is used, here's an example during a Teddy Fresh ad when Ethan mentions the collaborator's background to the chagrin of Ela.
We got to work with Chloe Cherry, which I was very excited about.
from Euphoria.
So,
That's her main name.
I don't know if she does that anymore. She's been really great to work with, and she was very hands-on with the collection.
There's a button fail as well when Ethan was caught yelling at an employee, potentially verbally degrading them, which is one
Oh my god, jobless. Jobless. Has never fucking owned a job in their life. Holy shit. Yeah, this conversation is exactly what happens in, like, I've been talked to this way at a fucking as a kitchen assistant, okay? I've been talked this way many times. It's not like it's something to get upset about, you know? And AB and Ethan, still great. You know, they're still going strong. AB still works there, despite, you know, I'm willing to bet a bigger reason for AB quitting would be the snark page. I have no belief that it would be Ethan.
One of the first times fans saw Ethan treating an employee that way and was shocking to see.
What are you
It's
doing?
so awkward and terrible.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Just like, this is what I'm talking about. It's always like,
We need to get home for our kids.
It's like, bro.
Oh no, I didn't want to finish it right now. I just want to finish Wednesday.
You guys, like...
Alright, I'm taking my hand off. Okay, what?
Wow, that was horrible. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Ethan produces a show that he is passionate about. I just... What is he supposed to do? Okay, let's put yourself in Ethan's situation right here. Because I feel like this is one of the clips that gets passed around. Okay, so you're paying a nanny. You come to do a show. You expect it to be a couple hours long. It's starting to go over. You gotta get home because the nanny can't stay there forever. What do? What should you have been like button and then been like, oh hi AB, hey AB, can you speed it up? No, you don't have to be too quick. You know, I gotta get home, and you know, like, what would you want him to just be an absolute knuckle dragger when he's talking to AB? No. This is how bosses talk. I'm sorry. See, this girl is so fucking lucky. This girl is so lucky that she gets to just come on to YouTube and just complain and not have a real job. People get talked like this all the time. I don't even know the context for this one. The lore expert has been tested. So the context is they were doing a David Dobrik content court, right? And AB was the prosecutor. And AB had gone over in time, essentially. The episode was going on for a long time, and Ethan had to get home, and so did Ela. And so Ethan buttoned and said what he said. Here, we can go back and listen to it if you want. I don't think it's that bad, truly.
And was shocking to see.
So Ethan said this. He buttoned and said this.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Just like, this is what I'm talking about. It's always like,
We need to get home for our kids.
It's like, bro.
Oh no, I didn't want to finish it right now. I just want to finish Wednesday.
You guys, like...
Alright, I'm taking my hand off. Okay, what?
Wow, that was fucking horrible, right? He said, you're making it too long. Speed it up. I would have probably been a little meaner. I'd been like, dude, I gotta get the fuck home to my kids. Like, I honestly think you're doing a great job, but I gotta get home, bro. You know? Like, Ethan was, if anything, very graceful here.
Thanks, button.
All right.
Well, I'll just explain myself then. Like, it's like, you know, first of all, I appreciate the hard work.
Did they finish it? I don't remember. I think they finished most of it, and then they had a little bit extra after.
I know you do.
And I loved it, and I really enjoy it. But it's like every time we do it, it's like the show is what it is, and
I know. I was being selfish.
No, fuck it, dude, that button fucked me, dude. Like, can you imagine that button fucking me over like that? Like, dude, I mean, it could have been worse.
iDubbbz is a decent explanation as to why the button.
No, yeah, like, dude, oh my god. Like, if you were to just be a fly on the wall for for any like low level or mid level or even high level would be worse, but you'll see the exact same type of language being used. I wouldn't be mad, like I wouldn't be sad or anything if Ethan had told me that. You know what I mean? Like these people don't put themselves in in the crew's position.
Button. While Ethan has claimed his helped his content could actually lead to more problematic content over time, because you're actively going into a live stream with the mentality that if anything goes wrong, you'll be able to control all delete. So you're not actively thinking about the quality of your content or what you're saying. Over time, your content becomes an emotional dumping ground.
I think if all of us had buttons, we'd hit the button all the time.
Oh my god. An emotional dumping ground. iDubbbz, I love that guy and how good of a friend he is with Ethan. I hope he does nothing to jeopardize my view of him. Oh, well, I've got some horrible news. It turns out, as you can tell, he took the anti-Zionist pill. He took the anti-Zionist pill. And this is what it makes you become.
Like, you think about what you're saying. You maybe plan for your show a little bit more. You maybe say, I'm not going to have my podcast be an emotional dumping ground for today.
Wow, Ethan, great move. Keep it up. Proud of you.
Alright, I bet this is going to be about Hassan. And I got to defend Ethan on this one, because if I was in Ethan's shoes, fuck yes, I would be obsessed with fucking Hassan. You're telling me this commie fuck came onto my show, stole my fans, and now he's gonna turn around and say that the country that my wife comes from, that I lived in, is a fucking genocidal state that wants to kill everybody. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be a little obsessed. You're fucking joking. Well, at least iDubbbz still gets a lot of views. Good thing Ian finally learned empathy. Clueless. Is that a lie? Did she? I hope she says he learned empathy or something.
When Ethan had his fallout with Trisha Paytas, for the most part initially, the internet was on his side. But when Ethan had his fallout with Hassan Piker, things were different. Hassan retained his fan base and—
Hold on. That's a lie. The internet was all on Ethan's side? It was mostly on Ethan's side? You're joking, right? Most of the snark was made up of Trisha fans. That's a lie. That's a huge fucking lie. Are you joking? That's going up to 6, folks. 6. And again, I am being generous with the lie counter. I don't want to go watch this entire video again. Because, to be honest, pretty boring. But I retroactively gave her 5 lies.
And even some of Ethan's fans, because they shared much of their audience. So when the podcast split, some audience members likely left one viewership for another. Many people disagreed either with Ethan's stances or how he handled leaving the podcast.
Oh my god. I wish there was a explaining basic things in life counter. Oh yeah, by the way, good to see you, American Progressive W. I love to see you in the chat, dog. I love to see.
Audience base disagreeing with him before. Instead of taking in the feedback, as harsh as it may have been at the time, and as hard as that can be when a large amount of people are telling you that you're wrong, well, his ego, mind, body decided to fully reject that feedback. He's not wrong. Instead, Hassan must be in the wrong, and he was going to do anything in his power to prove it. Like when Ethan played the Twitch or terrorist, featuring Hassan next to an image of Bin Laden.
I don't know who made this, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the Hassan and Osama on the front page.
Well, at least if they're gonna compare them, I mean, I'll guess.
This site that Ethan was on was allegedly created by Destiny. So by Ethan's logic of playing this game, Muslim Twitch streamers are comparable to terrorists. Also, the fact that Hassan, Frogan, and Denims are being conflated with the likes of Anti-Semites, Sneeko, and Myron is extremely bad faith. Ethan's Islamophobia is becoming more and more blatant, and he doesn't even
Oh
realize.
my
now,
god.
Of course, I know Hassan Piker is an incredibly controversial figure.
This shit is not as... I mean, isn't it kind of surprising how you can't really tell who said what? Isn't that kind of weird? Like, you should be able to tell pretty easily if it was Hassan or Osama saying it, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult. You can't really tell. No, it was made openly by Dan. Another lie. That's what I thought. I thought it was Dan Saltman who made that. By the way, shout out to Dan. I know he himself is controversial, but I think he generally does try to do the right thing.
isn't to claim otherwise, because this video isn't about Hassan Piker. Instead, I want to document how unhealthy Ethan's obsession with Hassan was becoming, and how it could have potentially been
Of course
destroying
it's
his
not
mental health.
about Hassan Piker. Of course it's not. You would get eaten fucking alive if it was about Hassan Piker.
Personally have learned over time, through the course of my life, if someone is truly a bad person, they are going to get in their own way. You don't need to obsess over them or ruin their life for them. They're going to do it in their own time. And by you obsessing over them, watching them constantly, the only person whose life you're going to destroy is your own. All of a sudden, Ethan was posting about Hassan Piker every day, which Hassan Piker was informed while streaming.
I didn't know he was posting about me this much. Oh my god, every day? Every single day? You're no.
Yeah, apparently 109 times. Huh. What's fucking weird about that number? What's fucking weird about that number? Yeah, in the debate, we all kind of fucking forgot that Hassan dropped a little blatant anti-Semitism when he said that Ethan had posted about Hassan 109 times. Dan does lack impulse control. I will agree with that. But I do too, so I know how that is. You know what I mean?
Regarding Hassan became more and more petty and random.
Oh, he changed his background.
I hate
Katie
it.
would love that. Lights.
Hey, Hassan, I hate your new background.
Frankly, doesn't it?
It looks ugly as fuck.
Yeah, I'm agree with you.
After some time passed and things had only gotten worse and worse, Hassan and Ethan finally both agreed to debate. They went from having a podcast together to being on totally opposite sides. During this debate, Hassan and Ethan continued to fight
Wow,
over
thank you. Thank you. What a recap. I wouldn't have been able to tell that. You said they got in a debate? Oh, I thought they were debating over their favorite color of fucking pansies.
stances surrounding the Israel-Palestine conflict.
Do you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza?
Yes.
Great. No, that's important. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I also agree
See,
with that.
look. This is how performative his bullshit is. He acts like that's fucking that's a personal compliment. Oh, thank you. Is totally opposite sides considered a lie? Yeah. That's true. We'll count that one. We'll count that one. All right, we're going to be a little more stringent though. We're going to go for blatant lies now. Although that is kind of blatant, totally opposite sides. Like she hasn't mentioned Ethan's actual position once, which is that Israel is committing a genocide. More liberal than a lot of people, or more on the left than a lot of people in that conflict. Oh, fuck. No, Hassan. No, I didn't mean to call it a conflict. No, I'm sorry. Please.
Do you feel like you have used your limited amount of time that you have as a content creator speaking out against Israel doing a genocide on the Palestinian population living in the Gaza Strip? Or do you feel like most of your commentary on that issue has overwhelmingly been to rail against people that are doing that?
Do you think my coverage has been like totally balanced? I would say no. I've obviously given less time to the Palestinian perspective.
Another aspect of this debate was Hassan bringing up Ethan's obsession towards him, posting about him numerous times a day.
Not including clips. Since January 31st, you have mentioned me 110 times.
What? Based on what? I don't believe that.
Wow. You know what's funny? Hassan knew that was fucking... Hassan fucking knew.
Ethan felt Hassan fed into his own harassment online through often reading from a snark page on...
He said 110! He said 110! Yeah, look what his fucking, his dude was messaging him. How about that?
Why the f were you browsing H3 Snark the other day and pulling clips from that?
I don't know. Someone sent me a clip in the chat. I'm going to mute you and just keep talking.
Okay, that's great. I think that means you won the debate.
Someone who comes into play around this time in Ethan's online career is a controversial streamer, Destiny, a liberal streamer who advocates for social democratic policies and aligns more with Ethan's beliefs, yet has been essentially fully deplatformed online on various social
That
media
is
platforms.
not true at all. Hassan, Destiny doesn't...
very controversial moments online, such as using...
I never saw my history teacher the same way again. After he said the Second World War, I can't believe he would say that, right?
the F while streaming and being accused of using others in private. He was banned from Twitch in 2022 for hateful...
You didn't call it World War II?
...conduct, which could have been either frequently streaming with horrid Nick Fuentes or saying trans women shouldn't compete with cis women in sports. And Destiny and Ethan have seemingly formed a friendship in recent years, notably bonding over their mutual hatred.
That's not true. This is a lie. Yeah, Destiny is a liberal. He's even more lip-coded than me. That's a lie. That's just a fucking straight-up lie. Wow. How embarrassing.
Towards Hassan Piker.
The fact that you have been corresponding with Dan Saltman, and you did, and he is Destiny's podcast
Yeah,
host.
more center-left than even the libs, I'd say. Well, not even. I'd say Destiny is liberal. Yeah. He says things that he puts his foot in his mouth constantly, but I guess I'll be a little controversial. I like that Destiny puts a mirror up to MAGA's face and shows him the side that we are typically not willing to show because we're better than that, but I don't know.
You know what? I think you're hallucinating, buddy.
There's even a Reddit post that shows proof that Ethan was being fed clips from Hassan's stream directly from Destiny's Discord server.
Like, I agree with you and everything, but it's also important not to like put random crazy.
One fucking example.
Not to give no,
Okay, here. Bring up some more examples, please, because one example doesn't really count in my opinion.
So this one's recent. Let's see what this one is.
And all the offers.
Yet the debate didn't quell Ethan's.
Holy fuck! Did this need a CIA investigation on this? Whoa, he got it from fucking Destiny subreddit. Oh my god! Dude, I've gotten weird things from Destiny subreddit. What are you talking about? I do like that too, and conservatives pearl clutch so hard. Yeah, I think that's a valuable like tool in our arsenal. But Ethan can't come across one clip either. Yeah. That it's hypocrisy. She's cool with being a hypocrite. She likes hypocrites.
Ethan's obsession with Hassan, which continued on. Even
And I know her defense is going to be, oh, this isn't a video about Hassan. Well, you need to explain it a little. You need to add context to know this point in Ethan's life. You know?
podcast. When his crew was chatting about things that brought them joy, when Ethan was in the bathroom, he came back and immediately launched into a tirade about Hassan.
That's what it's called, right? The one
I'm busy taking care of my pregnant wife.
I hear that at least once a day from you.
Ropes, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's your own doing, brother.
All right, wait. I want to say that Hassan is the human embodiment of the Che Guevara shirt sold at Hot Topic. He is that. Personified.
Were you thinking about that in the bathroom?
Yeah. You cooked on that one.
Yeah, and this was during the height of the H3 hate campaign. Now, I'd say on the internet, Ethan, like, has kind of carved out the space that, like, I think Ethan, I don't know why he's so controversial. I think he's been vindicated personally, but it's fun. Okay, yeah, I read that.
And makes fun of Hassan agreeing with him in an episode and saying,
So I started sounding like.
That's what you sound like, Hassan.
Yeah, they used it as a soundbite. It's funny. I loved when they used the fucking
It's a little petty.
No, that's how stupid he sounds.
I didn't think he sounded like that.
Well, let me go back more. As an example, because we're all familiar with it.
Ethan even went as far as to claim Hassan led.
That's funny,
essentially
dude.
a date rapist, which is a very serious claim that should be taken extremely seriously. Not
When did he say this? Hold on. When did Ethan say that?
All silly like.
He looks like he's at a Jackie Treehorn party, you know, drunk women, which surprisingly doesn't seem too far off from what he actually does do, or has done at least.
Recently, Hassan Piker was embroiled.
Well, Dan always disagrees with Ethan. Yeah, but they still dap up on certain topics.
In one of the largest controversies to date in his career, surrounding his dog Kaya and what many deem to be Hassan's unfair treatment of her on his stream, due to the perceived use of a shot collar.
This is a moment of anger for like something that is just so routine, so silly. It's the same reason as to why America. Kaya, please just go back. Stop.
Stop. Kaya, please just go and stop. Kaya, please stop. Dude, I like this. I see why Ethan was doing it. Kaya, please stop. I see why Ethan was doing it. It's fun. Kaya, stop, please. She's acting like even his crew made fun of him. Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Kaya, stop. Listen to the way he sounds. He sounds so beta.
Due to the perceived use of a shot collar.
This is a moment of anger for like something that is just so routine, so silly. It's the same reason as to why America. Kaya, please just go back. Stop.
Stop. What, you big baby? Oh my god, American progressive with the doggy shock. Shock, shock, shock.
Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
Because of Ethan and his followers' crusade essentially against Hassan, the H3 subreddit was one of the first to post about the situation.
Oh my god! This isn't the H3 subreddit, this is H3 snark! This is like... Yeah, I don't know what Kaya did wrong either. She got up. That's, she wasn't doing the place command. That's not where this was originated from. This is H3 Snark. Which is a defunct subreddit, by the way. Now it's, leftovers, I'm pretty sure, or something like that.
nearly posted about the situation multiple times through the course of a singular day. In fact, I kind of feel like I was one of the first to find out about the shock collar situation because I was researching for this video as the news broke and happened to be scrolling.
Oh, dude, I know. Dogtober 7th was, isn't that crazy how it lined up? Isn't that crazy? It's like these weird things. Like, I noticed that during Halloween, like, big life events for me happen. So maybe it's something like that. You know, always around the 7th, something big happens. But, Halloween is that for me. Oh my, if only I could tell you guys my personal life and tell you about all the things that have been going on there. It's insane. It is, rather sad stuff, but it's all right. Sorry, it's not sad. I shouldn't say that.
Moment that the shock collar news was posted. Ethan also immediately took to social media to state his moral stance. His fans, who had seen Hassan as essentially an online villain and an enemy against Ethan ever since the Leftovers divide, had felt almost vindicated after this news had surfaced as well.
Many of you guys know that I'm a dog lover, and there are a few things that horrify me more than people that abuse their animals. These are
October is a great tragedy in my life too. Yeah, it's not, for me, it's not exactly tragedy. It's change, and you know, something always is different, or something always changes around October. Halloween for me, like literally Halloween is literally, there's always something that happens and I don't know what it is. Like, it's just like, I don't know.
are precious creatures that need us and depend on us, and abusing that trust is such a horrible crime. I always found it bizarre how Kaya, who's this young, energetic puppy, stayed in 1 square foot of Hassan's room, right in sight of camera, almost like just a prop in his room. Well, now we know why. He's using extreme austerity measures to shock and abuse his animal.
Hassan Piker himself claims that the clip, though it really looks like the dog was shocked and that Hassan was messing with something off camera, was not as it appeared, and that Kaya the dog simply got her foot caught in the bed and yelped.
The clip looks horrible, and they're like, oh, he was like hitting a button on his desk.
Oh, does she go with the Yelp? Can we count this if she goes with the Yelp excuse? Can we count this?
For Kaya, as I said yesterday, but it doesn't matter. This is one of Kaya's many collars. This is the one that people are talking about. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it.
And also, shock collars aren't always that bad.
They moved away from the initial conversation, which was that like she didn't have that collar on to begin with. E-collars that have shocking components that feel like a tennis machine, which I've used on myself in the past, because you know I'm around dogs that have been trained with that and use it. Is not only is it not illegal, but it's also straight up.
What a pivot! What a little.
E-fencing for people, and it's used in the training of like dogs in general.
This doesn't necessarily quell all concerns, like concerns regarding Kaya sitting in one spot for long periods of time.
Kaya, please just go.
Kaya, please just fucking go back. Kaya, please.
I love her. I think her collar's too tight. Of course, we aren't all privy to Kaya's diet and exercise routine or her specific health needs, but this is a bit besides the point of what I'm wanting to say here. My own point is, Ethan and his fans focus on their enemies, and their deep want to prove their enemies wrong. And the question is that
Oh my god. Are we acting like any other streamer's community doesn't do the fucking exact same thing? Like, what are we doing here? You're sitting here telling me that if, for example, XQC got in a beef with Hassan, they wouldn't be hating on Hassan? Or, like, what are we doing here? This is totally normal behavior of most fans.
Healthy? Or is it causing Ethan to be mentally unwell, to have such a deep focus on the downfall of his enemies?
It's an assertion of control, right? That makes them feel.
Kaya, place! I still need you as a prop. Kaya, place.
That makes them feel like an authority. And that's why he's doing it, in my opinion. I do have a PhD in psychology.
Is that ultimately the very thing that caused Ethan's own downfall? This obsession Ethan has surrounding his enemies could be described as rumination and holding a grudge. According to research, excessive rumination can negatively impact health, both mental and physical. Signs a person is a grudge or resentment collector can be spitefulness. You wish suffering on the person you begrudge. Resentfulness. You believe you will benefit by exacting revenge. Revenge seeking. Rumination, obsession, and revenge fantasies dominate your thoughts. Arrogance. You truly believe others are plotting against you, which prompts you to destructive actions, such as destroying property or thoughtlessly causing physical, psychological, or emotional harm to others. Pessimism. You harbor resentment against many people, which warps your personality, causing you to become a promoter of cynicism.
Why did she have to just describe all of my drives to become famous? No, I'm kidding.
Many of Ethan's streams, he began to say things like he was struggling to make friends, that he was encountering people who were pathological liars or shysters, seemingly representing a larger power.
I hate that she needs to not use this picture. Using this picture... Am I wrong that they're trying to imply something with this picture? Am I wrong in thinking that? You know?
Everyone is against him. Everyone is wrong, and he's the only one who's right. And yet, that isn't how you build an audience of supporters, but how you slowly drain them. And how you
Oh, damn. Hold on. She says people imagine anti-Semitism. There is a bit that I needed to do for this. Hold on. She says in this video that Ethan is imagining anti-Semitism, that it's not actually real. Well, hold on, guys. I'm going to go on my fucking Instagram real quick, and I'm just going to go to the shorts real quick, and let me see how long it takes to find an anti-Semitic post. Holy shit! I already fucking found one! Yeah, imagining it. It's totally fake, guys. It's not real. Every time I go on my feed, constantly see fucking shit that's hating on Jewish people that is clearly anti-Semitic. Oh, but he's imagining it. It's all fake. It's all fake. It's not actually there. I wanted to put this obvious PSYOP account on blast real quick, too. So I think we're getting to the imagining anti-Semitism part. So let me just, yeah, this guy right here. Cyber Zionist. So this is a, I'm getting the picture for you guys real quick. This is a PSYOP account. Very obvious in my opinion. Whoa, who's that? Oh, r/politics, cool. I'm just sending this in my own personal Discord real quick. That. Alright, yeah, I'd say that's... Oh, that too. Alright, guys, one moment. I'm getting the picture for you. Just gotta go to my Discord real quick. She says we imagine anti-Semitism and that it's not real. Well, as a person who isn't Jewish, who has never been to a synagogue, who has never participated in the faith, let me just show you the anti-Semitism you can find on Instagram. Oh, one moment. That wasn't it. Oopsie. Yeah, let me just show you guys that, because I just think this is interesting that people imagine anti-Semitism, and I don't think it's imagined. I think it's extremely real. Here, I'm actually going to switch to another scene real quick just to show you guys. Ignore that. That's how I got my screen. So here's the first example of anti-Semitism. Just blatant. Showing that JFK was killed by Israel. The Twin Towers were done by Israel. Charlie Kirk and Epstein were killed by Israel. Look how many fucking comments that has. 341. Well, you may be wondering, what are the comments? Maybe it's the comments are disagreeing with them. No, it's stuff like this. Stop killing children. Can't be anti-Semitic to people who aren't even real Semites. We are winning. So look at that. Read all of that into, is that fake? Or am I the one being psyoped right now? Here, let me show you guys another example of fucking blatant anti-Semitism. Look at that. Now, you guys may be wondering, well, what was the post about? This truly can't be, this must have been some images of someone getting, of someone in Palestine to bring out this kind of anger. Nope. This was the comment. This was the post they were all commenting under. All those comments you just saw that were just so overtly, blatantly anti-Semitic was under a post about how anti-Semitism has surged to levels not seen since World War II. And they want to say that we're imagining it, that it's fake. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Have they considered not being Jewish? Yeah. That's what these people wonder. I mean, that's just... I don't know how you can see that and be like, oh, well, that's just fake. And that was just from a couple minutes. That was just from a couple minutes on Instagram that I got fed all of that bullshit. But it's imagined, guys. Let's go to her point where it's imagined anti-Semitism.
Your entire platform or nuke it.
Wow, Ethan. Great move. Keep it up. Proud of you.
Due to Ethan's obsession with Hassan Piker, he posted a video titled Content Nuke Hassan Piker, seemingly to bait Hassan into reacting to the content so that he could sue Hassan for copyright infringement. But Hassan did not fully react to the content.
Hassan, are you going to be watching Ethan's
No.
content nuke? The answer is
Yeah, American progressive. Yeah, they are getting more bold. They are. They're getting. They feel like their stances are justified. And all of this fake Palestinian advocacy just adds to it. So.
of course not.
Instead, three
Like,
other content
dude,
creators.
the people of Gaza deserve so much better than these fucking fake activists. They do. I would be on it. I would be fucking pro-Palestinian. It obviously goes against my very beliefs what Israel is doing. The belief of self-determination, the belief of liberation, the belief of freedom. It goes against all of that. And I hope to, in my day, in my life, see a Palestinian state live in peace with a Israel state. And maybe someday become federalized together. But I know that that's just a crack dream. But that's my hope. That's what I want. And I would be out there. I would be doing the Palestinian, I believe in that cause, but not in what they perpetuate. It's just so fucking such bullshit. Platforming Fuentes, the death mail.
Brogan, Casey Tron, and Denims created content surrounding the content nuke.
Hi there, my name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. There were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views.
Because of this, Ethan uploaded a video claiming to be the mastermind all along, who's now planning to sue these content creators for copyright infringement.
And
It was kind of a genius idea. What are you talking about? He got you guys bad. He straight up got you guys bad. You banned American Progressive? No! Unban them, quick. How do I unban somebody? Unban them. That is not good. Here, let me go to my community and see if there's any. Still not showing up. Okay, let me go into my moderation activity. Sorry, guys, you're gonna have to. Oh no, it's fine. Okay. Scared me. The undo worked. Okay, I am so sorry you got banned, American Progressive W.
It was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published? There's one thing about copyright you should
Okay, but back on this. I'm glad to see you're here, by the way, American Progressive W. Don't worry. No one gets banned in my chat unless it's on accident.
know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now. I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke.
Oh, you're all good, Bill. Don't worry about it. Accidents happen.
United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating?
This is a blatant 180 from the Ethan of the past, who fought for creator rights and for fair use. Additionally, the content nuke attempts
But
to get
if you listen to his explanation, to which I actually agree with, the fair use has been is being abused, in my opinion, by people like Denims and by people like Casey Tron. It's being abused. They're not adding any substantive commentary. What I'm doing is fair use because I'm pausing every fucking 30 minutes or every 30 seconds to, you know, expose her lies. Yeah, it's got to be fair use. And I actually am really happy that Ethan is doing this because I think it will set a better precedent, hopefully, of people actually having to add substantive commentary to the video rather than just let it play for their own profit. I hope it does.
Further revenge on Frogan, the Muslim woman who called out Ethan for following her for being Free Palestine, and does so by using doctored information gathered from the Destiny subreddit.
This is a totally fake image. She was not nominated this year. And when I did a bit of research, I did a reverse image search, I find out this fake image came from Destiny subreddit a few months ago. Okay, like a very niche post.
Well, I think I'm done. After the content nuke, it's been made quite clear who Ethan is and always was. He grifted the left until his own bigotry, ignorance, and ego took over. This man is a full-blown right-wing influencer. Something did switch. Ethan
No,
went from being an
he's
advocate for fair
not.
use to suing other creators
That's a
over copyright
lie.
infringement.
That's a lie. That's a snark lie, too. Even more embarrassing. Here, guys, I actually kind of want to put some gradients on this. I like gradients. They're one of my favorite things. We'll do hair colors. We'll do pink. We'll do purple. Well, oh no, we'll do this. Oh yeah. Now it's kind of hard to tell. I'll put it right. Yeah, then that's fine. You guys can't really see it, but I can, and that's all that matters. Frogan literally celebrated October 7th. Yes, she did. She celebrated it.
And creating essentially a content trap so he'd be able to do so. Everything changed, and one of Ethan's longest friends on the platform came out against Ethan as well.
Wow, Ethan.
Oh, the content slop. The content slop. We're getting into the slop. We're getting into top slop now,
Large
guys.
portion of Ethan's career, one of his closest friends was the content creator iDubbbz. Yet recently, due to their differences in opinions, iDubbbz released a content expose on Ethan under his infamous format titled Content Cop.
Your old friend iDubbbz just released a video. Yeah, it's about you. No, it's not.
And it was
Oh my God.
so bad. It was so bad. Honestly, one of the biggest, most disappointing videos I've ever watched. Truly. And I don't think, you know, for somebody who is on YouTube, here, hold on, let me go back. So, okay, somebody who is on YouTube fairly often, sorry, I kind of had a brain moment there. You know, iDubbbz was a legend, dude. Even after the Creator Clash stuff, he was still a legend. People would not fuck with iDubbbz back in the day. I would not be comfortable, you know, commenting like this back in the day. You know, iDubbbz was one of the originals. He was one of the people that made it. That made like this commentary type of stuff. And so to see his fall from grace from that to this it's a cautionary tale if I've ever seen one. Yeah, I grew up with them, you know. It's a cautionary tale. It really is. Honestly, the fact that he only voted for Romney and didn't vote for Kamala really makes me reconsider his whole N-word bits. Yeah, me too. You voted for Mitt fucking Romney over Obama? Over Obama, dude? That is a wasted vote. You know. Obama did so much great shit for this country, and he doesn't get nearly enough credit because of all the socks out there.
No, it can't be. Well, it actually can't be. Holy dude.
It sure is.
Oh my God. Holy
I'm gonna quick scrub through it. I think,
And let's talk about what the original set-off point was. If I saw that froggy dude saying that shit, and I saw one of my very close friends in this space was you know, chopping it up with the guy and being friendly, fuck yes, I would have a problem with that. Fuck yes. And I would make that very well known. Like, dude, one of the people you associate with literally said that they would kill my family. Or that I killed my dog. My bad. That's not the I was thinking of another dude. Said that I killed my dog. Are you fucking joking?
Oh my God.
By the way, Froggy fucking whatever his fucking name was, one of the lamest people you will ever see. This dude walked up to TwitchCon wearing Che Guevara, or the streamies wearing Che Guevara. Oh my God, it was the cringiest shit you've ever seen.
Like, what? What would I do to, like, like, what kind of, like, bro, what kind of cowardly bullshit is this? Like, we have one disagreement where I get upset because you guys are defending publicly. After everything I've done to support you guys, and, like, you bring on people who are Denims and Frogan, who did a anti-Semitic tier list, and you're platforming them?
I didn't plan on making a content cop on H3. It sounds very stupid even saying that. H3, content cop.
The thing is, iDubbbz has also lost a big portion of his original fan base, and a similar style to Ethan, the two being mirrors of each other. iDubbbz was known for being an edgy content creator who garnered a certain fan base because of that. To come out with a content cop that went against much of those original content styles and platformed many creators that his original fan
Oh
base
my
meant his videos received a ton of
god.
distance.
Okay, this is...
Oh my god, brother.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. This was choosing a side. This wasn't...
But 90,000 dislikes?
This wasn't some...
Chat.
like
What?
original
Content creators like Keemstar,
content
Destiny,
cop.
and XQC all
It
took
didn't
turns
really
to
even have a
defend Ethan
point.
Klein after the content cop, which is very different from their interactions of the past when it comes to Ethan Klein.
Ethan Klein and more than Ethan Klein, the H3H3 podcast, that entire show has been supporting and platforming and getting behind Creator Clash, iDubbbz and Anissa for years, and everybody knows it. So I actually see where Ethan's coming from.
It's just sad that Ethan is now under attack by like the entire world of online politics slop because he, I guess, doesn't repeat the pro-pally talking points verbatim. So now he's going to be, I guess, a pro-genocidal insane person.
Oh, hell no! Brother, oh no.
Oh yeah.
Bro, content cop, and he picks the people that are the most content couple of all time.
Ethan also
Yeah, for real.
His audience that the reason that I'm mad, that I'm lashing out, simply because I'm a raving lunatic. I'm a crack.
Yeah, and that whole video has nothing but dog whistles and all of that. God, it's so... Why is it so easy to be an anti-Semite for these fucking people? It's just insane. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry too much, guys, because these people truly are performative. They will never seek a public office because they know that that actually comes with, like, real challenges. So at the very least, we know these fucking this type of grifter will never have a chance in office. So at least we can take solace in that.
Crashing out. I'm just crazy and harassing his friends for no reason. And by the way, to my good friend Ian of 8 years, I really appreciate you weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial, weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help.
Someone who I've confided in over the years with my struggles with it, who understands what I've been through, for him to throw that in my face, to characterize anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment, is cruel and pathetic on a level I didn't think he would ever be possible doing.
To be
And
fair,
you know
I
what's
definitely think
fucking
iDubbbz approach, claiming to be
bullshit?
a concerned friend who recently
Is that Ethan does have help. He talks very openly about how his mental struggles, and is one of the reasons I can sit here openly and talk fucking about my mental struggles. Okay? That is just such, but he's one of the reasons I feel more comfortable coming on and telling you guys that I have panic disorder and that I have depressive disorder, or not major depressive disorder and ADHD. You know, he's the reason. You know, so like, what the hell? Yeah, entire video was me. I know. In Ethan's video, he didn't even or in Ian's video, he didn't even explain why he was upset with Groggy Tonic. Being open with mental health is a big thing. Yeah, I know. And it's really hard. And it takes someone who has the, who has the nads to do it. It's very difficult. Even right now, it's hard for me to open up about my anxiety disorder just because it's a difficult topic. So I'm glad Ethan treats his fucking podcast as a quote unquote emotional dumping ground, because I would feel a lot more crazy if he didn't. I genuinely think that.
recently learned the concept of empathy while dancing around in a goofy way and sort of teasing Ethan Klein. It definitely sends mixed messaging. Like I said earlier, in some ways, Ethan and Ian are kind of mirrors of one another.
I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy, and I'm very ashamed to admit that. It sounds really pathetic to say it.
Just woke up again? Did I dream? Or were you yelling at me earlier? I don't think I was just a little upset. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't yelling at you, Blasphemous Crow. Who could yell at you? You're number one.
At the age of 32, I've acquired
Along
empathy.
with everybody else in my chat.
But I have, and I
Number
realized
one.
Ethan was clearly hurt by Ian, iDubbbz, making this video. He continued to make content about Ian, iDubbbz, and his wife Anissa, like in one uncomfortable clip where he thinks it's worth flexing on them.
Ian and Anissa, they love watching my pocket. And it's like, you're mad that you live in your mom's basement. And when you see this watch, like this, it upsets you. You know why? And it doesn't make me bad. It in no way
It
makes me bad.
does.
It doesn't, right?
It
And I don't
does.
think
They
it's cool or makes me-
pocky watch. That's a nice watch, by the way. That is very pretty.
better. The only reason I'm showing you this, Anissa, is because I know it upsets you. It's to remind you of the abject failure that you guys are. That the amount of potential that you had, you were successful, you had money, and you lost it.
Ethan has also made a lot of comments about Ian's wife.
Yeah, that was
And
funny.
Elizabeth
She just posted a dub from Ethan. That was
doesn't seem to be
funny.
doing anything particular to provoke Ethan to be making such regular commentary on her, besides just strongly disagreeing with him. But it's clear that what Ethan disliked most of all about Ian's content cop was him associating with content creators who Ethan saw as the main reason for a hate campaign against him, who he thought were out to get him, and even behind CPS being called on his
I don't get watches either, personally. I mean, that one was very pretty. I won't lie. That one was a gorgeous watch. The purple face and the gold band. That was very pretty. It kind of reminded me of like a royalty type watch. But, yeah, I don't really get them either. I think they're pretty. Like, I look at watches kind of the same way I see nails on women. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I treat them. I need to get my fucking nails done. They look like shit right now.
on his family and children, which we will get to.
A few weeks ago, Child Protective Services showed up to our house at 6 a.m. to interrogate us about an anonymous tip they got that our kids were crawling around and eating dog and catching diseases. Ian spends the majority of his video characterizing me like a raving lunatic who's lashing out at everyone around me with zero provocation. Now, why am I mad at Ian for this? Well, let's start here. Denims is someone he's accusing me of in his video of harassing. Let's see what Denim said about my children 3 days before CPS was called.
He lets his dogs get all over his mansion, and he just leaves it on the floor. Something that's probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for
In an age of phones, seems pointless to have one. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. It's much more of a fashion statement. He thought we're out to get him. They literally work with Snark, Frogan said. Hello, Snark. I love you. I remember that. They're jewels, not tools. Amen. There's a lot of reasons to yell at me. I'm not a perfect person, and sometimes I'm annoying and petty. Well, that's okay. Me too. I am the definition of petty.
So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit.
The thing is, throughout Ethan's career, there have always been an enemy out to get him, and an audience of yes people to validate his beliefs. But what happens when Ethan's enemies are small and powerless in comparison to him? Wouldn't that essentially make him the villain?
Wow, Ethan, great move. Keep it up. Proud of you.
Ah,
Elizabeth
not
Williams is
him.
the
I know.
housekeeper for Ela and Ethan Klein, working in their private
B.E. Bad empanada. Fucking shitty tortilla. God, I hate that crusted, oh, what's his C? I hate that crusted cake, dude. He is so fucking gross. I can be very impatient. Trust me, none of us are perfect. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but yeah.
residences under the umbrella of Teddy Fresh Incorporated. Her duties included maintaining the household and assisting with daily upkeep. When this housekeeper was fired, she fired back in a lawsuit with claims of her own. The plaintiff alleged that the Kleins violated the California Family Rights Act and engaged in disability discrimination in violation of FEHA, or Fair Employment and Health.
She's losing that, by the way. Yeah, a disease unknown to man, Giardia. I had heard of Giardia. I live in a fucking rural town, okay? Of course I've heard of fucking Giardia. Are we joking? It's very funny, actually. Because they were all treating it like it was this crazy disease, and it's like, I see that, like, pretty, it's a consistent thing for farmers to get.
Housing Act and failed to take reasonable steps to prevent discrimination, among other things.
It's not like super consistent, you know what I mean? But I've heard about it.
That the Kleins denied her time off after she received a hernia surgery. Ethan has denied these allegations publicly and brought the private matter to his public platform, putting a private person under fire to his tons of fans.
Failing to engage in an interactive process. Wah! That's what I hear. Wah! They didn't talk to me. They didn't explain things to me. Retaliation in violation of California. So we retaliated for her asking time off. Wrongful termination. Damn, they really piled them on. Failure to pay meals and rest period, okay? If you're a snarker, there's all kinds of shit to sink your teeth into here, so enjoy.
Ethan claimed the housekeeper was rude to his children's nanny, which is why they fired her. Our former housekeeper was fired for being horrifically rude to our boy's nanny, constantly calling her fat and asking when she gained all the weight. I gave her so many warnings, hoping she would just stop, but she didn't. She was part of our family, and we treated her like it. I tried everything to salvage the relationship, but her conduct was inexcusable.
What is this? What's the criticism here? Yeah, they parted ways. They parted ways. And then she decided to sue him. And he's winning that case, by the way. In case you guys were wondering, he is winning that pretty fairly.
In this post, but in the past, he's made fun of their nanny for wanting to go back home during the California wildfire to check on her family.
But I don't know why. Then there was like fires in LA. When we got home, we had like a babysitter who was with Theodore, and she had to leave abruptly because she thought her family was burning alive. Excuse me, Mr. Klein. Oh, my family. What is this? The fire's out and nobody answered. And my whole family died, and I drive home. Okay. She's walking back and forth. I'm like,
that's another lie.
I'm stuck with the baby.
That's another fucking lie. Are we even sure that he's talking about the same nanny here, by the way? Or is she just assuming that every Hispanic maid type person is that lady? Doesn't that kind of, it's a little reverse racism she's got going on there. She's being racist herself because she's assuming that it's the same maid.
This lawsuit seems to be still ongoing. After the housekeeper was fired, Ethan made a discriminatory comment on the podcast about hiring someone with chronic illness and how terrible that is.
Dude, imagine if you hired this guy. He was a
You'd never be able to
job.
get rid of him. He is an HR nightmare. When you realize that, like, not only are they not helpful, but they're like detrimental to everybody in the environment, everything around them. When you try to fire them, they will 1000% file a discrimination lawsuit. I'm sure they will, right?
Ethan continued to spiral.
Oh my God, Jake fucking. There's a reason she didn't bring up who Jake fucking Doolittle is. Chronic fucking Lyme disease head ass. That doesn't exist, by the way. There's no such thing as chronic fucking Lyme. You can have Lyme disease, but you can't, there's no such thing as chronic Lyme disease. It's not recognized. Here, let me show you. Is chronic Lyme real? Highly controversial. Lyme disease, resolving the Lyme wars. Yeah, chronic Lyme. Oh, look at this. Look at this right here. The CDC discourages the use of the word chronic Lyme because it's not fucking real. I'm going to say that's a lie. I'm going to say that's a lie. Acting like Jake fucking Doolittle is this fucking chronically ill individual. That's a lie.
Couldn't help but notice his appearance slowly changing too, maybe somewhat mirroring.
You know what Jake Doolittle has? He's fucking limbic. He's limbic as fuck. That's what Jake Doolittle is. He's limbic. And so is this woman. I'm starting to see a pattern in H3 detractors. They're all limbic.
Your mental state.
Wow, Ethan, great move. Keep it up. Proud of you.
Oh, I'm so glad. This is the part where she gets to use mental health against people. That's great.
To many fans, Ethan and H3 began to represent the very thing they used to be against. The enemies he used to stand against. Ethan, this time next year. Some of Ethan's behavior began to seem more and more erratic.
Hold on, what was that from?
Be against. The enemies he used to stand against. Ethan, this time.
Oh my God. This woman is just not there. She said this was their subreddit. That's a lie. You can't be serious, right? You gotta actually do more research than that. I think I know the issue with this, right? She wrote a script. Which, number one, I personally don't do. I come at it all from, just a place of originality and try not to, maybe someday I'll use scripts and stuff for certain things, but it's usually just off the dome. So she made a script and she put a lot of work into that script. And so she kind of got tunnel visioned into like making that script the best it can be, even though it's not exactly truthful, right? And so she records this video and, but then it realizes all she has was the script. She doesn't have any actual research. And I've fallen into this too when I was trying to make documentary style videos. And she just got too consumed by the script. It's script madness is what I call it. Or ChatGPT wrote it and she just gave it links to compile together, which confused the subreddits. Maybe. It's either that or the script theory. That's really all I can think of.
Next year, some of Ethan's behavior began to seem more and more erratic. His statements harsher, bizarre, and more extreme.
Hassan Piker has lost all of his marbles. The mullet rolls are gone, people. Hard hitting, man.
People that weren't ever on our...
Bro, that's his kid's fucking drawings. Are you insane?
Side are agreeing with us now. They're that wrong, you know?
Yep.
It's been nice. They've been reuniting so many YouTubers, I feel like.
It's been a party. Yeah, I mean, it's been great for our channel.
It's been a party.
I will go through in detail.
Oh, do we have to go at, do we have to look at Social Blades? We can look at Social Blades. We can look at Social Blades real quick. Yeah, let's look at Social Blades real quick. That's a great idea. Oh, you got a C+ ranking. Isn't that great? Let's go to channel stats. I kind of want to see, or live subscriber count. Oh, that's less than it was the last time I checked. Okay, well, let's look at their future project. Oh. That's not good. Yeah, they see you by 2030 only having about 200k subs. You know, that's not great though. That's not great. So let's I'm sure there's something else we can look at here. Oh wow. Oh. That's not good. Oh. Yeah, not great. Not great. Yeah, we don't look at people's fucking Social Blades, you weirdo.
Oh, this dude's life. There has to be a way to hold Reddit accountable. I haven't said this before. It's so infuriating.
Because this doesn't really tell you anything, okay? I just want to make this apparent. This doesn't fucking tell you anything besides the fact that you got hate. That you got a little bit of hate. Okay? What's, you know, things like viewer retention, things like engagement, things like that. That's actually important. Just seeing that H3 lost a bunch of fucking subs doesn't mean anything.
To someone at Reddit, and we told them about all this smart stuff. It was a comms person, and they got back to us, and they said, well, you guys are harassing people also.
As per an article on Medium, increasingly, you, Ethan, have become so absorbed in internet and micro-celebrity feuds that you often don't appear to be able to see the forest for the trees anymore. The top comments on his video.
Oh, wow. And isn't that they knew that Ethan was going to read this, you know? That's so embarrassing.
Videos weren't necessarily more and more negative, just more and more concerned. Someone on the crew needs to have an intervention with Ethan. He is stuck in a self-confirming feedback loop. There was a mega thread on the H3 Snark subreddit, which was titled Concerns for Ethan Klein's Mental State. I've been doing these deep dives for a while, covering many people who have Reddit Snark pages, and I've never seen an extensive mega thread which people wrote up because they're so genuinely concerned for someone's
Oh
mental
my
health.
god, that's a lie. Guys, we're calling our representative on Monday. We're calling our representative on Monday. We've made it. We've got 15 fucking lies, so we need a new goal. I'm gonna write that down. All right. Let's write down call Rep Tracy Mann and discuss policy. I also need to make sure I tell him his life. All right. Once I get to, I don't know, 25, we will. I'm not even sure. We can do like a 24-hour. Let me think of something real quick. I'll have something by the time we get to it.
Concerns stated were, according to this post, escalating and volatile on-air behavior, frequent outbursts such as Ethan lashing out at paying chat members.
Tell me why. I'd love to know why. Could you make fun of it burning? Okay, dummy. I joke about all this every day.
Do
Why
the
are you
worm?
expressing such dumb fucking thoughts in my chat? Go somewhere else. Like seriously.
You know
you're
what?
bad.
I would love if I had a camera. Gosh, I wish I had a camera, because you guys would get to see my beautiful, beautiful face. And I would do the worm. I would, because that's fun. When XQC did that, that was funny.
Sensitive. So give me a fucking break. Who's the problem? Scumbag. Scumbag.
Ethan yelling at his employees on stream.
Is taking a mental health break from the show.
When you use neutral pronouns, you have to clarify. No, when you use neutral, sorry, when you use neutral pronouns,
People go, obviously we all love her. You stupid fucking woke fucks. I'm being respectful.
No, it doesn't need to be more than it is.
Wow. Wow. Editing it to seem like Ethan is calling Olivia that. Fuck you. You don't have to show us. Just do it. We'll take your word. No, you're coming with us. You're coming. You're coming.
Assuming his pronouns.
No, I want to do it live so people can just hear how fucking partisan this loser is. I'll make sure to let him know, you know.
Extreme aggression towards his critics.
You should be stressed because he's a liar. He should erase that video and apologize. So he doesn't get sued.
Explosive and manipulative back and forths with former friends. Forgetting recent statements. Even forgetting how many kids he has.
Wait. What was this editing decision? Why did the music go down?
I'm being respectful.
No, it doesn't need to be more than it
Why
is.
are you
Like-
assuming his pronouns?
Extreme aggression towards his critics.
You should be stressed because he's a liar. He should erase that video and apologize. So he doesn't get sued.
Explosive and manipulative back and forths with former.
Oh, you don't have to search. We'll take your word. All right, I'll do the worm real quick. I got a little bit of a smaller living space, so it's going to be a little difficult, but I think I can hit the worm in this position. All right. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground right now, and I am doing the worm. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing the worm. All right. That's your daily worm.
Former friends. Forgetting recent statements. Even forgetting how many kids he has.
Dancing. I gained some viewers on that one.
We feel this suggests a concerning pattern of emotional instability, marked with lapses in memory, impaired judgment, and a complete lack of accountability for abusive behavior that keeps escalating. Ethan streamed an episode stating a child welfare visit was called in from people who work at his house. He then blamed anonymous users for the call with manipulated evidence. So let's talk about CPS being called on Ethan Klein.
There is a large amount of evidence to show that someone from Snark called Ethan Klein, or called CPS, including the FBI. You fuck.
Thread. In March of 2025, Child Protective Services visited the Klein's home, and Ethan Klein claimed he received skulls in the mail, human skulls.
So they sent us these skulls that are expensive and no one paid for them. And then we'll be like, well, I'm
Oh, you want to know a little funny fact? This woman's a mother. Yeah, this woman has children.
evidence in case I ever need to talk about this. And then they
Just joined, and it's you doing the worm in the background. Well, hey, you guys got. Trust me, I always got you guys in lock and key on that content. Don't worry.
start calling us after a month, like begging us to return the skull.
At first, we were just kind of like, are these people serious? And also, we weren't sure if the FBI was going to like ask for it for evidence or whatever.
The situation began in early March when CPS arrived after an anonymous tip claimed his child was crawling around and eating dog feces. Ethan Klein claimed that this claim has come from streamers who had spread the rumor that Ethan Klein's children had contracted Giardia. Then around that
You
time,
can
the family
literally
received two
trace when the disinformation is set, being that he lets his kids walk around in dog shit, to when the disinformation is picked up by Bad Empanada and Denims, to then the CPS being called. It is a very, very obvious timeline, so I'd love to see how she deconstructs it.
identified human skulls allegedly by mail, which prompted an FBI investigation. And of course, probably does not help with Ethan Klein's paranoia that people are out to get him, that he has enemies all around. We had a very pleasant interview with the FBI, Ethan Klein stated, adding that the situation had escalated beyond the usual bounds of online trolling and harassment.
There's something that I've never talked about publicly, but around the same time, we received 2 human skulls in the mail at our home, which led us to having a very pleasant interview with the FBI. Things have progressed well past the point of that's just what the internet does.
Of course, I want to empathize with Ethan Klein here. That is probably a very scary situation to be in.
Yeah, it
especially
just so happened to happen after BE and Denim's fucking signal boosted it. Yeah, just a happy accident.
A family, and probably hasn't helped at all with Ethan Klein's mental state and the concerns surrounding that. Meanwhile, rumors of self-medication have continued, likely stemming from when Ethan was asking his employees on stream for their Adderall prescription.
Did you bring Adderall?
No, but I did see people on the subreddit being like, Olivia's contributing to the shortage because she said that she doesn't use it. I don't know how long Adderall lasts. I still have the bottle that I took to school. I haven't called in a new prescription.
Girl, you prescribed it. You have a right to get that medicine. Okay?
I do, but I promise I'm not contributing to the shortage. I would never.
So I guess I should try some Vyban. Let's vibe out, brother.
Hell yeah.
Or you could give me some of your I can take some of your prescription.
Yeah, I got you.
That's
Probably
fine.
Talk to the doctor that just put you on like 8
What?
different medications.
What?
See if you want to mix that.
That's true.
Just that suggestion. I don't know. Do what you want, man. You're a grown man.
Ethan hasn't publicly confirmed or denied this, but his public request for controlled medication on the show invited lots of speculation. Ethan also, to lots of criticism, featured his children on the H3 podcast. Ethan and Ela streamed an
Oh
episode with
wow,
their children from the studio.
you are a piece of shit. Oh, you're gonna morally grandstand. Oh, I don't put my child in videos. Yeah, because your child right now is a mouth-breathing idiot. They're like 2. Of course, I would be very happy to be bringing on my children and showing them. This is some really gross stuff to be accusing Ethan of. She's accusing Ethan of putting his children in danger by having them on the show.
Which went back on their highly publicized promise to never make their kids into YouTube content. In 2023, Business Insider wrote an article.
Oh, that's YouTube content? That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. They're not making videos based on their children. Their children just happen to be there and they let them in. You are sick. You're a sick, sick liar.
Hila, titled by YouTube's best known couple is keeping their kids offline, where Hila Klein told Insider the couple planned to keep their children offline because it was such a dark place. It's also hard for me not to share because they're so cute, Hila Klein said. I feel like I want to show them, but it's a choice that we made. We want to keep it
Yeah, I
private for
know.
them.
Blurring their faces like it's some sort of crime documentary. Last week, this episode on Content Cops. I don't know.
I think it's the responsible choice. Their audience often applauded them for their responsible choice in how they approached involving their children in their content, which was largely leaving them out of it. Yet by 2025, it seems like that has suddenly changed. Bringing minors into such a highly visible and high-stress environment can be extremely
Yeah,
unsafe.
exactly. Their children know what they do. It would make them feel super weird if they were just like, no, you guys can't come in. Like, Ethan's very proud of what he's done in his career, and he shares it with his family. Jobless. I think that's what it comes down to. These people have never had a real job.
Especially when an ongoing CPS investigation is happening. Well, it seems that the subreddit has remained fairly empathetic. Ethan's been convinced that they're essentially a hate page out to get him, feeding once again further and further into the ideas of me.
Guys, let's see how empathetic H3 Snark is. Let's find out. Or no, it's leftovers now, right? Where is it? Leftovers H3. Let's see how the remaining H3 fans might unironically be some of the dumbest people on the planet. They are MAGA levels of dumb. No amount of proof is good enough for them because it all's just fake snark. LOL. Hassan Clip, Shade, posting L's, overzealots hitting their bullseyes on Ethan. Like, look at this bullshit. Holy fuck. Just a bunch of fucking just hate shit. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. A Hassan appreciation post? Oh my god, could you not be some of the most just obsessed dick riders I've ever seen in my life? You want to talk about obsession? Go to H3 fucking Snark.
Versus the world, rumination and paranoia, and it's justified Ethan's threats to dox the H3 subreddit.
It's gotten insane. That's gotten insane. I can't wait till I find out who the snarkers are.
Well, good. They doxed him.
Get in line, baby.
They showed his public.
I know they're very paranoid. They should be. You'd be surprised how paranoid these snarkers are.
Ethan Klein, champion of free.
Oh my god.
Speech is threatening to dox the users and moderators of the H3 Snark subreddit. Announcement: H3 Snark is on a break. It won't save you scumbags from what's coming. I can't wait for your family, friends, work, and school to know what you've been up to. There's also a subreddit called Faux Moi. I hope I'm saying that right.
Faux Moi. Did I say right?
Faux Moi.
Wasn't it
Well, anyway, you guys probably know about Faux Moi.
Which I hadn't heard of since this video, to be honest, that Ethan literally calls a Nazi forum, even though it seems to be a tea or drama subreddit. And this is where it seems the mental health state of Ethan
Where
Klein
did he say that? Where did he say
is highlighted,
that?
as everyone is out to get him in the most extreme and hateful.
Where did he say that it was a neo-Nazi forum? I don't remember him saying that, to be frank. I've heard him call it a snark page, not a Nazi spot. Liar.
Ways in the mind of Ethan Klein. Read the comments on this post, and you couldn't tell me the difference between them and a Nazi forum. The Faux Moi post just says, Ethan Klein, who's a big fan of Yoav Galan, and whose husband literally...
So he didn't call them that. He said it was similar to a neo-Nazi forum. So there is a difference. There is a difference there. Straight up. By the way, fucking blurring the Nazi. Jesus, you pansy.
It's fun to learn an artist doesn't want to be associated with her company. Yet Ethan has once again been accused of being a hypocrite, because while he'll publicly go on tirades accusing accounts of being anti-Semitic or simply for being against him, his top 5 Spotify was Kanye West, and he didn't see a single issue or contradiction about that.
Here's my top 5 artists. Kendrick Lamar, Metro Boom.
Yo, hold on. What just happened? My stream just took a huge fucking dip in views, and I don't know what that was for. Was it something I said, guys? Was it something I said? Warning, warning, warning. Guys, I didn't mean to be rude. When he dozed them, doxed them. He knows their identities now for a long while now. I think what she's referring to is the legal proceedings.
Mac Miller, Kanye West.
That's so weird.
Savage.
So weird. They just all left. I mean,
I'm not sure. It looks something close to what mine would be.
Is that not yours?
This is mine?
How do you not know your own? I don't know, man.
I didn't know that I was guessing on my own.
By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the video, please consider, I should have done this before my viewership dropped, but please consider liking and subscribing to the video. It really helps out the channel, or subscribing to the channel really helps out. And I really do mean that. It helps out the algorithm. It gets me in front of more people and it gets my voice out there. And I would really appreciate a like and a sub from you guys, but it's totally free and totally optional.
Kanye West? That's embarrassing.
You know, I was actually told I need to be a little bit more mean. All right. Maybe it's the saying not see curse. Oh, maybe. That actually might be the case, which is fucking bullshit. I can't talk about history, but I'm not gonna fucking moderate how I fucking speak. If YouTube wants to get rid of all my viewers for saying party that has caused the most death and destruction in the world, then they can do that. Nazi. But they're all pieces of shit. Nazis suck. I hope they fucking, yeah, they're gross. But I'm not gonna get distracted by that. Sorry about that, guys. I know fucking talking about back end stuff like that isn't very interesting. Hey, what's up, Lily? Good to see you. Oh, I was told I need to be more aggressive with my subscribers. So if you don't like and subscribe the video, I will literally be in the back of your car tonight. Is this the same video from last stream? Yeah, we're finishing it up. It's going back up now. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know. Very strange. But that's all right. But yeah, guys, please consider liking and subscribing, or some horrible illness may very well befall you. I have no promises. I need to be more funny. Excuse me? Excuse me, Lily? I'm one of the funniest people I know.
Lives by one rule. Rules for thee, but not for me. Ethan Klein then escalated the situation by going live on YouTube, where he launched into a tirade against multiple subreddits, including Falmoy, claiming that he was being mass gaslighted, and declaring, "I've never seen anyone in the history of the internet be harassed like this."
The amount of harassment that me and Eli have been receiving is unlike any. I don't think I've ever seen anyone in the history of the internet being harassed like this. I'm gonna say that. And that's.
Oh, Bill. Oh, Bill, you sweetie pie. Oh, Bill. No, you should subscribe. I'll appear in the back of your car just for you tonight, okay? And you, Flamaris, don't worry. You guys got the premium subscription, so I appear in the back of your guys' car every night. So yeah.
Ethan Klein also issued veiled threats during the live stream, saying a lot of these people think they're safe, but they'll soon find out they're not. He urged his followers to stand back and stand by, because there's something in the works that I just can't wait for. In Ethan Klein's mind, he's being targeted in ways that...
Oh yeah, dude, I know. Bill, you make a excellent observation there. Rules for me, not for thee, head ass. Like, straight up, this woman, I'm expecting her to say, "You're rubber, I'm glue," whatever or, you know, like that type of shit. Sticks and stones, sticks and stones. Like, we have different phrases now. Use them. Use them. By the way, still not very comfortable. Still not very comfortable with BMO being there. It's really weird you would have an Adventure Time plushie. That's a kid's show, don't you know? That's a kid's show. Kind of weird.
Influencers have never been targeted before. Just him.
This is from YouTube Drama. Each is pursuing legal action against Reddit group H3 Snark, which is just a insane, outright, freakish lie. 7,000 points. The people that looked into this have no clue what they're talking about, and I will get into this soon, so just stand back and stand by. But what they're referring to is just a DMCA. Like, one of their posts of, like, the hundreds, if not thousands, got DMCA'd. And so the story is that I'm trying to sue them and silence free speech because one post of 1,000 got DMCA'd. I'm still surprised by the level of sickness that these people have exhibited and the coordinated effort and, like, this wide-reaching campaign.
Many people started wondering, how can anyone work in an environment with a boss like this? More and more former employees started to leave.
Now she gets to go after the crew. Now she gets to go after the crew. The crew are fine. The crew have made it very apparent they like working with Ethan. They don't like the Snark constantly harassing Ethan, and they don't like the Snark constantly harassing them. They made that very apparent.
The podcast as things started to spiral out of control, and Ethan seems incapable of listening to outside voices or blatantly argues with employees while live. If this is happening publicly, imagine what's happening behind the scenes. For example, Ethan argues with employees about political
fuck off.
Name a communist leader that hasn't killed 1,000 people.
Imagine what's happening behind the scenes, dude. We could do the same thing with you. Like, imagine what happens to BMO after the scene goes out. Imagine what happens to poor fucking BMO. I don't have any evidence. Just imagine what happens. Poor fucking BMO.
I'll wait.
Naming U.S. president hasn't thousands of people. I'll wait.
Ooh,
damn.
I'll wait. Hold on. I'm waiting. That is the saddest fucking whataboutism bullshit. Communism is like a uniquely fucking heinous, deadly. Like, you get, first of all, there's a lot more presidents than communist leaders. I mean, I don't know enough about each president, but I'm sure there's a long list of presidents that haven't killed thousands of people. A long list.
U.S. presidents?
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
Okay. All right, let's see. I mean, and like communists are like doing genocide on their own people, killing like millions of people. Like that comparison is so fucking lame, bro.
Yeah, Sam and Cam
I don't know why you guys
left
run
here
defense
before
against
the
this.
start drama.
The Ukrainian employee who's in Canada over his comments that he made about Canada.
I'm just I hate. I'm tired of being joke police. I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
it's not that serious.
Listen, yeah,
seriously,
I agree.
leave me alone. Like I'm tired of being joke police about every fucking stupid thing. It's not that serious.
I have to agree. I wasn't here, I didn't hear it, but I have to agree that it doesn't sound that serious.
I'm not defending this position for the sake of like this is my take. I'm just trying to explain you what other people feel. That's all. Like I don't feel offended by you joking.
Galia,
50%
queen.
But I feel like a lot of people are.
I feel like people can be offended by all different types of things, and that's fine. People are entitled to their feelings. But at the end of the day, I have to be the judge of what I'm saying as being serious or not. And sometimes I say stuff that's offensive and it's too far, and I acknowledge that, and I take it back, or I walk it back, or I stop doing it. This is a harmless joke.
Ethan argued with an employee named Olivia over a person's pronouns.
You guys are so dumb and pathetic in the chat. Literally, wait till he comes out and says like, you can call me he. Like literally, wait till he says my pronouns he. You stupid fucking woke. I'm being respectful.
No, it doesn't need to be more than it is.
Why are you assuming his pronouns?
Well, it's not. When
You're
you use,
assuming his
when you use
pronouns.
neutral
You have to clarify.
No, when you use neutral. Sorry, when you use
No,
neutral
it's annoying
pronouns,
because people
it's the most
by the way, you people in the chat who are like, oh, Ethan is L being like transphobic. It's like you are presuming his pronouns. And by the way, why are you being so militant about it? How does that help anybody? I'm obviously being respectful, and I'm waiting for him to clarify. Like you guys are wrong. And if you ever
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of right there. You guys are wrong. Like you're speaking up for Bo Blacks without even knowing his stance. Yeah, he's arguing with chat, not Olivia. Very deceptively edited.
want other people outside of your bubble to ever be respectful and take like trans people and non-binary people seriously, you have to fucking stop being so pathetically ridiculous when people are trying in good faith to make an effort and be respectful.
There was a time where it seemed like Ethan almost called his employee Nate a B word.
There's an existing lie counter.
Oh, kind of. Just because it's a lie counter doesn't mean a lie. It just means that Nate's a little nitpicker. He's a insolent employee. Insolent.
Oh, how are you what? How?
It just means that Nate's a little nitpicker. He's a
What? This is bullshit. This is a double lie. This is a double lie. I'm sorry. This counts for 2. This is a double lie. I've never heard this, and I don't think Ethan was going to call Nate the B word. Fuck you. They pretend to be outraged by stuff they know is satire because they are leeches and it gets them the clicks. Very true. What's even wrong with with that if he did? He clearly didn't. Yeah, he clearly did not call Nate the B word. That is
insolent employee.
Insolent. I'm doing a million times to stop, Nate.
During a podcast, when Ethan is calling a woman a B word, Ela suggests it's probably not a good idea for him to continually use that word, and he kind of shuts her down.
This is so. I'm sorry, again, I hate that. This is just intolerable. You are such a nasty.
I don't know if you can call her a B.
Oh, wait, that's the B word we're talking about? Hold on. That's the B word we're talking about? Ma'am, you need to really clarify what B word you were talking about. Because I thought you were going to call it the racist term, but it seems like he was just going to call him a bitch. In a joking way. Oh, God. Holy fuck. Well, I'm so glad we're almost done with this. I really am. This video was a slog.
Listen, you have.
So what do Lena and Sam think about it? When like if you see a guy, an annoying guy that disagrees with you or something.
Well, we couldn't possibly know because Ethan obviously didn't say it. You know what I mean? So we couldn't know.
You know, it's kind of like
I wouldn't be okay with that. Yeah.
Ela then asked the H3 employees, Lena and Sam, their thoughts on the situation, essentially having these 2 women weigh in between their 2 bosses and whether they would find that word in the way that Ethan used it offensive. When they agree with Ela, Ethan says he will bow to the council. Jeez.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm all ears. I will bow to the council as well.
Ethan goes off on an employee Dan for saying that he killed the vibe.
What's going on, guys? What happened?
You killed the mood, bro, with your antics.
How the fuck did I kill the mood?
Bro.
What the fuck did I do?
You killed the mood.
Why? How?
But with your calling Phil and bringing it
That was awesome. How did calling Phil ruin the mood? What is this world we're living in? What's happening right now? Tell me how.
I told you.
Tell me how. Because I don't understand how.
Olivia seems extremely uncomfortable.
What the hell? Dude, Ethan and Dan fight all the time. It's kind of what you need to do as a producer and a creative. That's kind of just super common.
Episode during a live stream over conversations surrounding SA.
Okay, let me just finish my point before you all make it seem like I'm crazy for saying something. I don't think she committed a crime or anything, but she was very pushy with something that I perceived as to be suggestive. And if that was opposite genders, you would all be freaking out right now. Bye bye. I'm bye. Say bye now. Bye bye.
He just dropped a hot take and then dips, but
No,
okay.
I think I misunderstood what happened, and I don't want to do this anymore.
Wait, what?
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know the moment he's referencing. Yeah, that's why I'm like, why you dip? Let's talk more about this.
It seems like in this situation, Ethan kind of throws his employees into the line of fire, especially since Olivia had
Oh.
spoken about her past regarding SA and how that was a sensitive topic for her.
Yeah, he made a change for the better, and apparently that's seen
Employee
as
Sam left in
bad.
the summer of 2024, which most people feel was right before
Ethan's the reason I don't use the B word, or I try not to. I obviously have slipped up in the past, and I atone for my sins, but, you know, if it wasn't for his show, I wouldn't realize how toxic that word is. It's very common here in rural America to call people bitches. But
things fully went off the rails.
I'm just gonna say it. You want to say it, Sam, or should I say it?
You can say it. It's fine. Or I can. Unfortunately, I will be leaving the podcast, and I'm really, really sad about it. I got another opportunity that I really want to explore.
Employee Olivia took a mental health break from the podcast.
Our dear beloved Olivia is taking a mental health break from the show. And
yep, weaponizing
so,
people's mental health. Weaponizing people's mental health. That's what Cool World Dumb Mind does best.
Listen, it is what it is. Obviously, we all love her. We are in touch with her.
And
we
she
are,
loves everybody
We are
as
wishing her
well.
well. Yeah, she's the best. She's the greatest.
She needs to take a break, focus on herself a little bit.
After the incident surrounding the conversation about SA, she then officially left in September of this year.
Ethan Klein has just announced that Olivia has quit the podcast. The downfall of H3. He said that.
That's not true either. That's not true at all. Olivia has not quit H3. That's so funny! Wow. Wow.
Focus on her mental health. September 9th, 2025, baby.
Many people believe that Olivia officially quit the podcast due to Ethan's resurfaced Reddit account called Pedo Troll. Due to a data breach, highlighted accounts believed to belong to Ethan Klein, including a Reddit profile named Pedo Troll. The account was created more than a decade ago and consistently spoke about minors inappropriately while promoting the H3
No, it
YouTube
didn't.
channel.
No, it didn't. What? Oh my god.
I feel so uncomfortable even showing some of these posts on screen. I don't even know what to do, but I think what I'll do is just show screenshots of the posts, but heavily censor them right here so that you can see at least a small snippet of what this account has posted. There was also a Twitter/X account with a similar name that's believed to belong to Ethan as well. It's also fairly believable that
She's making it seem like Sam and Olivia's breaks were around the same time and not years apart. Yeah, I know. That's something else too. Also, Olivia's she said she's stepping away for a little bit. She said she'll be back. That's what she said. Like, and even if she's not back, it's not because of Ethan, ladies and gentlemen. It's because of the snark.
this was Ethan's account because this isn't the only time Ethan has spoken inappropriately regarding children, with racism added into his statements.
Look at this image. I mean, this image is pretty twisted up in itself.
Wow. Wow. He was actually criticizing this dude for acting like that.
And a big, giant black man.
From this video is that she censors the swastika sword but never mentions it. Yeah.
Blackzilla. This guy's got a weird fancy, dude. Blackzilla.
I didn't even notice that, but that's funny.
Year old white girl. Ooh, make it rain. Let's see them titties. Oh. A little bit young for that. I don't want to make fun of little kids, but that looks more like a girl than a boy. And I don't know why they cast a young hermaphrodite for the role. It's not too much. I don't make fun of kids like that. He's got a black girl and a white girl. He's going to tear them both up.
What's disturbing about
From years ago. From years ago.
the Reddit post is that they often reference specific instances, which led many to speculate on whether or not Ethan had actually done these acts. Ethan allegedly made frequent posts on that Reddit account about sexually harassing children. He said that monsters shouldn't be judged by others. He gave advice to others, saying it was better to get involved with children outside the family. Ethan replied under a post saying that there's sexual tension between
Dude,
uncle and his nephew.
this was, yeah, okay, so let me give some context, because this may seem bad for Ethan, but it's, well, let me give you the context. So, back in the day, you would make accounts on Reddits that were specifically made to troll, and specifically made to make people angry. That's what this was. That's what it was. I don't know if the name pedo troll gave it away or not, but that's what this was. Are they seriously acting like Patrice Wilson wasn't a very creepy dude? Another Jimmy Lee? Yeah, Patrice Wilson is a fucking weirdo. Do you guys remember that live stream where he just was live streaming like his house and just the weirdest shit in the world?
Saying it's inevitable. When all of this resurfaced, instead of denying that it was his account, Ethan
Alright, well,
immediately admitted to having been the person behind the account. My friends, I have a terrible confession to make. Yes, it is true. My 15-year-old Reddit account was identified by using a doxing website that lists a history of all emails and passwords that have been leaked in illegal data breaches. A post last night was made of the Snark subreddit by the person who obtained this information. With Reddit's help, this person was able to disseminate this illegally and maliciously obtained information to a community whose sole purpose is to harass me, my family, and my employees. In doing so, some terrible revelations were made.
God.
1. Yes, my account username...
I don't need the fucking... Is she just gonna read this? So lazy. Policing swear words is lame. Those who do it only do it for some sort of misplaced moral superiority or wanting to dominate the other. It's never actually because they're offended by it. True. It depends, though. It depends. Like, if it's a slur or, like, calling a woman a B word, I don't think that's okay. He made a random series about cyberbullying and deleted when YMS watched it. Oh, God. Yeah. Unless you're calling someone a slur or like in a derogatory way that's super offensive. But generally, yes.
Personally identifiable the entire time. I was trying to be funny so people would look at my account and discover my YouTube channel. I was not ashamed of it then, and I'm not ashamed of it now. Embarrassed, yes. On par with cringing at my old YouTube videos. 2. Yes, there are a few posts of me being a Zionist Jewish supremacist, which includes me mostly. I have nothing to hide, and a lot of people of being
This fucking post. She read an entire post for fucking 5 minutes. Holy shit.
and makes a lot of jokes about Ela dresses kind of childlike with a little teddy bear for her fashion brand. I find all
Yeah,
that
I think I think Bill has an amazing point, and I think it's poignant. This woman is like 100 years old, okay? This woman, don't let her youthful appearance betray you. This woman is aged extremely well. I don't like the phrasing of that. Sorry, again. This is a little bit of a sleepy stream, but yeah, she's a grandma, and I want to I agree, Toby. Bitch is way too good of a fucking word. I like it, but I don't know if you were on my stream yesterday. I accidentally slipped up and called Trisha a B word, and I still feel bad about that because I don't like that.
interesting. It reminds me of when I was really young and naive and had people who I thought were guy friends that would make a lot of sexual jokes towards me, and then they would kind of nudge me and say, it's just a joke, we're just joking around, and then I would always be shocked and disappointed when some time would pass and they would try to make a pass at me. Over time, when I became less naive, I realized that those jokes weren't really jokes at all, that they actually meant what they said the entire time. Ethan's old account has since been banned on.
I'm just gonna say it. This woman thinks too highly of herself. Yeah, that might have happened a couple times, but ma'am, sometimes people are just being nice to you. Not everybody wants to be in your pants.
On Reddit.
Wow, Ethan, great move. Keep it up. Proud of you.
And for many, the image that they had of Ethan, a justice vigilante for content creators, an advocate, a fun friend to hang out with in a podcast, had completely shattered with no chance of ever repairing. So where does Ethan go from here? Now that his image is shattered, he may try to do some endeavors offline.
I called myself a gay regarded beach, and it blocked before, so I was playing it safe. Ethan should have used redact.dev. He should have. That's what I use.
When Ethan won an internet celebrity poker tournament against Tana Mojo, though he apparently got kicked out of the announcer booth for being a brand liability.
They branded me from the announcer booth. Can you believe that? They said I'm a liability.
What? How so?
I guess the last time I was in there, some of the sponsors complained that I was too fast.
I got that call.
Yeah, what did they say? What did they tell you?
Yeah, some of the sponsors didn't like you in the booth.
You ruined it for all of us.
Yep.
Ethan has made an apology on TikTok, mainly for the ways in which he casually talked about everything taking place in Israel-Palestine, which many thought was too late. Essentially, the consensus of comments was his pockets must be hurting now.
I came back to TikTok to defend myself against wild
And
accusations.
that is fucking... And do you guys see that? You guys see it, right? I don't know. She cried about not being anti-Semitic, but there's a lot of through lines of like how she portrays Ethan that are interesting, to say the least.
But I also came back because I want to apologize for things that I genuinely got wrong. For example,
We're planning to go to Israel in June with my parents, and I'm actually really excited to go there. I want to show you guys.
Yeah, you're right. Told you it would be more blatant, have more blatant anti-Semitism. Well, I think she was just been anti-Semitic. Like, a lot of the pictures she uses are reminiscent, are obviously trying to bring up the image of, like, the greedy Jew, you know? That's what I see. Like, it's obvious
how multicultural, how
to
free
me.
it feels for people, or just it's a beautiful place. It is. It's one of the most diverse places I've ever been.
looking back, I definitely feel ashamed for the way I spoke about Israel with such levity at the time that a genocide was happening. I completely understand why people could watch this clip and judge me harshly for it. I want to apologize to anyone in the Palestinian diaspora or anybody that's been affected by this war that felt that I was trivializing the suffering, the horror that you've gone through. And for that, I deeply am sorry, and I'm ashamed of this clip.
For now, Ethan is still making content, searching for an audience who aligns with him. But
Look, this is the one. This is the one, dude.
I deeply am sorry, and I'm ashamed of this clip.
Why do you keep using this picture? Why do you fucking keep using this picture? Ela is so much more beautiful than that, by the way, and Ethan is such more of a Chad than
with him,
in
but
this
no self-reflection
picture.
seems to be being done. He may spiral further and further into his own isolated echo chamber until he does something that crosses such a major line that he's banned on YouTube. Employees are leaving left and right. An empire is crumbling. A legacy that was once so loved and so well regarded is left in shambles. All because Ethan and Ela refuse to listen to outside voices. And now,
Oh,
it
were
might be
there
too late. And
people
that's all
in
for today's
Dylan's chat last night? I wasn't around when Dylan was streaming. Were people going off in his chat? That's so fucking weird. Dylan, I feel so bad for Dylan because he has a bunch of bots that are entirely funded by Russia that force him to basically, or not force him, but just spam his chat with pro-Russian talking points. And I do feel bad for Dylan, but Dylan, again, if you guys don't know Dylan Burns, he's probably one of the best journalists on YouTube. He does war journalism in Ukraine, and he puts his life on the line to get us the real information. So I take a lot of inspiration from him too. I actually someday, if I ever get big enough, I would love to actually go to a conflict zone. Sudan was somewhere I kind of want to go and expose to the world. I know it's dangerous, but that's like, it's even more, I could give a less of a fuck about my safety when you have fields of blood from civilians being poured on the ground, I could give less of a fuck if I want these people who are dying every day to be safe, His house burned down this year too. Then he gets doxxed. Yep, Dylan got doxxed by Hassan. And his house burned down. Luckily, he's got a new house and everything, so he's okay. But yeah, that happened.
For watching it, and I hope I was able to do this story justice. I hope I didn't outrage too many people, and if you were a Fallen fan...
Well, guess what? You did not. You managed to give me 9 hours of content, which I appreciate. I honestly kind of enjoyed talking about the news more, but this was important because Ethan... well, he wasn't gonna give this the time of the day because it obviously doesn't deserve it. So, in the 1 hour, she told 19 lies, by the way, folks. That is impressive. We didn't get to the 20, unfortunate. Here, let's see if she lies. We still have a little bit of time.
A former fan or a current HD fan, and you made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much. I hope that we can all find peace and love through this video because I feel like Ethan has currently lost that. I hope that you're all doing well during this tumultuous time.
There we go. Ethan lost peace and love. That's such a lie. What a big lie. All right, we got to 20. Yay! What's gonna be the prize? I'll think about it. I'll come on tomorrow and tell you guys what it is. But that wraps up my reviewing of her content. She doesn't hope we can find another lie. Oh geez, that ends all that. Wow, that was a I've said it before. I said it in our comment section, and I'll say it here. I just noticed she has numerous vinyl. Oh yeah, she's one of those people. Yeah, she's rumorous vinyl. Even terrible people can like good music. That's how I feel. I'm a big fan of Black Sabbath, and there have been many people who have done bad things to their songs. So, or in name of their songs. So, I get that. Rumors. There's something so like I said in our comment section, and like I'll say here, this video is one of the most unashamed, gross hit pieces I've ever seen on anybody on YouTube. It's not well researched. It has no credibility, It's obvious that she just didn't look into this topic at all and just kind of said what the snark page told her to. And so, I feel like she probably does deserve to lose a bunch of subscribers because of this video and get disliked. Like, I don't think she deserves to lose her entire career, but she definitely should not live this down for a really long time. Like, there needs to be, never mind, I won't say that, but yeah, she shouldn't be able to live this down for a long time because this was just so unabashed. I'm pretty certain ChatGPT wrote most of that script. It had it had the vibe of it. Yeah. And at first I thought it was maybe her who wrote the script, but I think you're right. With all the details it got wrong and all of that, I don't know how you can claim anything else, really. Yeah, that was just so embarrassed. This was, I would not have felt comfortable putting this on my channel, personally. That's all really I had to talk about today, to be honest, guys. Is there any news happening? Let's check it out. Let's go to AP and see what they're reporting. Yeah, government shutdown stuff. American strategy of regime change is over. That's interesting. I don't think that really has much to say, though. We'll check ABC real quick. There is always news. There's always news. Let's see if ABC... Oh, getting rid of the filibuster. I did want to talk about that. So Trump, to Mike Johnson the other night, told that... told the House Republicans that they need to just use the filibuster, which Mike Johnson has been completely against because he knows what that will mean for policy moving forward. And it seems like Mike Johnson he hasn't removed the filibuster yet, which means that there is division within the Republican Party that is, oh man, I wonder what Hutch thinks about that, LOL. Removing the filibuster? I don't know. I personally am for it because I think the Republican policy agenda is toxic. It sucks. There's no real solutions in there. So I want Americans to know what their actual policies are and actually feel, the effects of them, to see how bad they are. And I know that Democratic policy is based in fact, and typically from, I haven't seen any examples of not leftist, but Democrat policy that I have just vehemently disagreed with. So I'm for removing the filibuster because I think that Republicans will be shown finally for the scam artists that they are, because their policies will actually have to be implemented. They get to run on things like the trans issue. They get to run on issues, but they never have any fucking solutions. And so I want the American people to know that, and I want them to feel that because they elected this. So I want them to see what their elections, what their vote actually meant. And the filibuster doesn't allow that. It doesn't allow them to put through their policy agenda. So you agree with Trump? You know what? Unironically, I do agree with Trump on this thing. I do. Me and the Trump Meister are dapping up on this one. Yeah, I think we should remove it. I think it's not in our Constitution. It's just a Senate rule. That has been broken numerous times before by the Republicans. So, I think we should get rid of it. I think this Donnie boy makes some sound points. Hold on now. Hold on, Bill. Hold on. I don't know about that one. Hey, what's up, Pasta? Good to see you. Wow. I'm unsubbing. No! Don't do it. But, yeah, so I'm personally okay with getting rid of the filibuster. I think the Republicans' policy agenda is toxic, and none of their actual policies work, So I'm cool with getting rid of the filibuster, and I want more people to, because then we actually have a chance of actually doing something, right? These Republicans hold us with that filibuster, but, I feel if we didn't have that rule, we would actually be able to get some of our policy done. The filibuster is not in the Constitution. It's just because Burr was trying to steal half of America. Yeah, No unsub or ban. So basically unsubbing for you. Yeah, exactly. No unsubbing, no bans. Even if they're spamming my chat. Unless it's a link. If it's a link, then no. And if they excessively spam. It's going good, Pasta. We're actually about to end the stream here soon, but I know you'll catch the VOD, so I'm not too concerned about that. But we just got done talking. Finally got done with that video. I was gonna watch her response video, but it's just, is there even any point? She lied 20 times in an hour, you know? She's not exactly the most fucking articulate, so I'm good on that. But yeah, I'm cool with getting rid of the filibuster because I want to see the actual policies that Democrats are putting forth, and I want to expose the bullshit that the Republicans do. Going grocery shopping. Well, good luck in the shopping area. I hope you can find some amazing deals. So that's what I wanted to talk about filibuster wise. I did see somebody mention war with Venezuela, so let's see if we are actively at war yet. Let's see. Venezuela news. So it doesn't look like we went to war with them yet, so that's good. It's deployed huge warships, I'm assuming. It's largest warship. I mean, yeah, we're just kind of posturing right now. It seems like we're gonna do it, so. Oh, the prince formerly known as Andrew. Oh yeah, he did. He got disprinced. I don't know what that. He got his nobility removed. So that's I mean, that just shows that the at least the royalty think that there's fire where there's smoke. Now we just need the American public to do that, and we'll be good. Pasturing. That is technically grocery shopping, huh? It's pasturing. The best headline from Beeb: Andrew stopped stripped of Prince title. Everyone being so mean to Mr. Andrew in his peculiar conditions. Sad! The Andrew, formerly known as Prince, rather, got it wrong way around. No punishment, though. Yeah, no punishment, though. Well, to be fair, what could the police in the UK really do? It is a much more, the crimes are much more centered, I feel, in the US, although I wonder why now. I have a feeling that the Epstein files are about to be released. I have a feeling that the Epstein files are about to be released somehow, some way. And we're going to see exactly who's in it. It's been in the back burner for a while, but it's still there, folks. You still have a lot of Congress members talking about him. That interview is immortalized as the worst interview of all time. Oh yeah. Did he piss off the king off by saying homeopathy is bunk? I don't know. But on terms of the Venezuela war with the US, I mean, it's obviously something's gonna come, but what it's gonna look like, what the war's gonna look like, I'm very unsure of. I don't know if we'll have boots on the ground, but maybe we will. Not enough punishment, but it's something. I agree, but I mean, I just want, to be honest, I don't really care about these side characters like Prince. I think fucking we need to go after the Meister himself. Like, there's so much evidence that he's a pedo, you know? There's just so much evidence. But I think that's probably where I'm gonna wrap it up today, guys. I think we talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Went over the news. Yeah, I think that's I think we're gonna end it there. And unfortunately, we can't end with MAGA music anymore. I know. They copyright strike me. It seems they're aware of me though, which is kind of funny. Forgiato Blow knows about that guy doesn't exist. Kind of interesting. Anyways, yeah, have a good Saturday, chums. Have a great day. You guys are amazing. It's Saturday. The short rope song was Out of Pocket. Oh, yeah. I think that's the one they copyright struck me for, so means they're on the radar. Exactly, exactly. That's what I'm hopeful for. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps. You are like the only source of income on them for you on YouTube. Yeah, I know. I know. They're really struggling. 4G Auto Blow is really struggling. I hope so. I hope he's a fan. Wouldn't that be funny? He's actually one of the people that doesn't comment. He just listens. It's like, oh, he's really informative. I know he's a little crude, but he's funny sometimes. Make your own that secretly anti-MAGA. I'm telling you, I've talked to some people that I've been convinced. So anyways, guys, yes, if you guys, I'm getting distracted by the chat because you guys are so freaking awesome. You are a little late for Halloween, Pasta, but that's all right. I appreciate the happy Halloween. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share if you're feeling extra frisky. Let me see who's live real quick, and I will send you guys over there. Oh, by the way, Con TV has Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, so that's cool. Oh, it looks like nobody's live. Oh. Well, I guess I won't send you guys anywhere. Let me play the outro music. Is it Dust and Flames? Is that the one I like? Let me see. I think it's this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow where I will be live yet again at 8 o'clock a.m. in the morning. You guys have an amazing day, CDT. And remember how fucking cool you are. Because you guys are just fucking cool as hell. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.